So I got a little bit distracted with Dawn Trail. I'm gonna admit it. It was gonna happen. I didn't know it was gonna, like, between my day job and Dawn Trail, like, I kind of lost track of days, and I ended up, there were some days where I just wasn't feeling up to streaming this month, so I'm just gonna put that out there, that I don't want to do streams and such without the proper energy, because if I give you like a no energy stream, that's not good. I want to give you my best. You deserve my best. So we're here now, and we're gonna try to finish up Gold Road's story quest today, because it's been on the sidelines for a while, and the last time I did this was last month, and that was I think that was during like the last month's event, and now it's the PvP season now, or the holiday. Also, I have my PvP like set up on this guy, but that don't matter. We can blow through the story content and suboptimal open world gear and whatnot. Plus, it's a good way to, like, you know, show off different abilities and whatnot for those who are interested in the game. I've been trying to also, like, understand OBS a little bit better. I've learned that the audio channel stuff is very complicated, and I still need to set that up properly so I can do silly sound effects like this. So you're gonna get like a little bit of double audio right here, because my audio channel is still picking up game audio, but I'm also picking it up on my game capture as well. So yeah, that's what I need to fix. If anyone knows a good way to like set it up so that I can play only sound effects and still hear them on a separate audio channel. Oh, thank you for the follow. So, where we last left off.
Over here, friend.
I'm gonna try to... You know what? I'm not gonna do the recap because I forgot. Baragon here can tell us that.
After my initial examination of the Skein of Secrets, I still don't know what to make of it. It's a map, but the image is constantly changing. I think it reacts to whatever the viewer is looking for. I wasn't having much luck. Then I had an idea.
An idea?
I thought about finding Nantharian, but nothing happened. Then I remembered that these relics were made to find and defeat Ethelia. So I thought about her, and these Daedric runes appeared. I think they translate as the Staff of Many Paths.
The Staff of Many Paths. Didn't Shard Marshal Vargas give that to Nantharian at Hoperoot?
Precisely. Nantharian used the staff to prepare the Wildburn seed ritual before you stopped it. I think the skein is showing me places where Nantharian is using the staff to plant more seeds. A lot more. So, friend, want to help me stop Nantharian?
Aurario will help you find King Nantharian and stop him.
If I'm right, Nantharian is planning to set off a massive Wildburn. Enough to destroy Skingrad and cover the entire Weald in forest. Take a look at the skein, and you'll see the sites I'm referring to. I think they can lead us to Nantharian.
Tell this one more about what you think King Nantharian is up to do so.
I admit that all I have is speculation and logical deduction. Nantharian, as the secret leader of the Recollection, used a corrupted seed, called a Wildburn seed, to transform a portion of Westweald into Dawnwood. I think he's planting more seeds.
But not all the wood elves who originally followed Nantherian are part of the recollection?
No. Most of them thought they were following a benign leader. They'd be horrified to know that the devastation of the Wildburn is the reason Vashabar exists. After what we learned at Hoperoot, Vashabar now sees Nantharian for the villain he is.
Khajiit would like to know, why is Nantharian doing all this?
The Recollection's a revived Ayleid cult dedicated to Athelia. Nantharian's trying to restore her power and receive her blessing. From the number of locations the skein shows where the staff was used, he's about to unleash more Wildburn. A lot more.
Aurelio is wondering, should the skein not of secrets show us where Athelia is?
I'm not sure. If I understand the story of the relics, they were made to counter Athelia, and she has the power to avoid detection, hence the unseen. My guess is the skein can't spot her directly, but instead looks for places she exerts her power.
But you said the skein is showing you places where the Staff of Many Paths is being used.
From what we can tell, the staff is Athelia's relic, filled with her power. Right now, since Athelia doesn't seem to be exerting any power of her own, the skein has focused on the staff. Lucky for us, Nantharian has that, and we need to find him.
The Lamp of Clarity or Abolisher will help us with that. I think one of my add-ons broke because none of this makes sense. As I stated in previous streams before of this game, I'm using a special add-on that makes my dialogue more Khajiit sounding, but I think some parts have broken, and now the words don't make any sense.
The lamp only revealed hidden objects close by, and I think you need a clear idea of where you want to go to open a portal with Abolisher. Don't worry, friend. I suspect we'll need all 3 relics before we're done with this business.
Any word from Laramil the Wise?
Not since we left for Neriostare. Laramil said that while we looked for the skein, she'd continue her search for Torvasad. She expected that might take her far beyond Westweald. I wish she were back. She understands all this better than I do.
What do you mean?
Daedric relics are her specialty, not mine. Laramil could have figured out how to use the skein of secrets with a single glance. Well, since we don't know when to expect her, we'll just have to do the best we can on our own.
Khajiit must go now. Ooh. Okay, that's definitely the map of Westweald. So that looks like... I think I get a good idea of like where everything is.
See what I mean? I think King Nantharian could be at one of those marked locations. See how the map shifted and those marks appeared? I'm pretty sure they indicate places where the Staff of Many Paths has been used
Thank you for the follow.
A lingering aura of sorts, maybe. I think we need to investigate these sites.
If King Nantharian used the staff at these locations, there is no guarantee he's still out there.
You're not wrong, but what in life is ever guaranteed? No matter. We need to find out exactly what Nantharian did at these locations, and something there might point us to where he's going next.
You can tell which location these marks indicate, yes?
The one to the north might be Turthil Farm. It's a remote homestead. The other one looks like Hastrel Hollow. There's a ruined tower nearby. You should travel to each one and investigate. If you find any Wildburn seeds, destroy them.
What are you going to do?
While you search the sites, I'll see what else I can get the skein to reveal to me, and I'll try to make more sense of the other relics. Come back when you're done investigating the sites. Between the two of us, we're bound to find something.
When we find Antharian, we better be ready for a fight. I'll muster the Legion, and warn Vashabar too.
We might be able to avoid a pitched battle.
Oh, I shouldn't have left so soon. Whoops. That's okay. I think we can get like a general gist of like where exactly we are. Basically, Gold Road sets up. It picks up where Necrom left off, which was Athelia got free, which is a new Daedric prince that we have not encountered. We came to the Westfield because we've gotten some activity over here regarding Torvasard, who is one of Athelia's followers, who set her free. And basically it's like what our Wood Elf friend has told us, basically that there's a group of Wood Elves called the Recollection that are trying to get her blessing for some reason. Also helping her out, trying to like get herself back together. She's kind of very hard to like explain. It's kind of like she's fragmented. Like there's different versions that we run into her along the way. And there's actually, we didn't do it on stream, but like there's like one area known as the Outcast Inn, and you actually encounter her there. And she doesn't seem like fully herself. So it's kind of like we're kind of helping her to kind of like understand where she's going and like how to stop her, because we know that she's gonna. It was told by Hermaeus Mora that she would actually destroy all of reality, both Nirn and Apocrypha, because of what her powers can do. Hello, Joko. Welcome. And yeah. It's again, it's been a while. This is what I get for like doing these streams so far apart. My memory isn't as good as it used to be. I can remember broad strokes, and if, you know, if something happens, I'll be like, I remember now. It's kind of like that. Where are we? Also, we got Sharp with us today. I actually want... You know what? I'll take Sharp because we're gonna need the extra damage. It's been a while since you played Elder Scrolls. Have you played Elder Scrolls Online before? Or are you just referring to like, maybe a different entry? I've actually played this when it was in open beta originally. So like, I've been around for a while, and then I took a huge break during Somerset, or after Somerset. I even got the Somerset streams of my YouTube channel, and that was back when it was first released. So I took a break, a long break, and then I recently came back when Necrom was relevant. And now we're here on the Gold Road. Okay, where am I going? I'm getting very distracted. I need to get over there. I'm kind of very on and off about like, I kind of like rotate online games, kind of like that, like every season. So like, I could be like playing Elder Scrolls Online for like 3 months, and then I'll switch to like, I don't know, Fortnite or something. It's kind of like that. But sometimes I also come back at like during other stuff. I'm a variety streamer, so I kind of jump around. I'm just kind of, you know, finding my niche. I do a lot of MMO games though. Like I used to stream a lot of Guild Wars 2, which I should definitely get back into streaming that sometime, because I do miss Guild Wars 2 a bit. And I know that they have like a new expansion coming out, and they're finally gonna have proper player housing. Maybe I should take off my PvP potions, because I don't want to waste those. Those aren't easy to replace. To all those who occupy Westweald, long ago your ancestors stole these lands from the... I don't know how to pronounce that. Zalachi? The people you refer to as Aliens or Heartland Elves. You squat amid the ruins of our cities, you decorate your palaces with our lost treasures, you cut and plow fields that were once lush forests. We are now taking it all back. Gather your things and leave all you can. We do not blame you for the actions of your ancestors, and we wish you no harm. But if you defy us, if you try to keep from us what your forebears stole, you perpetrate their ancient crimes. In that case, our justice will be swift and merciless. The Recollection. So this PNG is actually made by Rowdy, and he's a good friend, and I need to get around to making my own PNG sometime. I actually do have one, but it's more for the art stuff. And yes, I do art stuff once in a while. I don't do it on stream as often, but I need to change that sometime. I'm planning on making Sunday be my art stream days. Or try to.
Only fools challenge King Nazarian.
I actually do know a little bit about 3D stuff. I've recently been picking up Blender and making low poly models. I haven't really exported any into you know, like stream related stuff. I have one model made for VR chat purposes. I do plan on, however, kind of keeping like a video diary of the next low poly model I'm making, kind of like something that I can kind of self-reference once in a while, if that makes sense. That that way I can like understand my process of like how I go through making these models and whatnot, because sometimes I can forget steps here and there. As for like live 2D, I've never worked with that, so I don't even have a model for live 2D. Into the well we go.
All of Westweald will be ours.
This place should serve. Tell Nantharian to bring a seed here, and suggest he guard this seed better than the last few.
Man, oh man, the bots sure are active today. Let's see. There's more to this cave. No, there's not more to this cave. Also, I should probably set this to... There we go. So I gotta be at both locations, got it. It's not like a one or the other and one of them is right, it's just gotta check them both out.
Keep your eyes open.
Alright. Yeah, I do, like, again, like, I feel a little bit nostalgic being back in this area, because, like, Oblivion was my first exposure to the series. And I definitely spent a lot of time in Oblivion over on, like, this side of, like, Tamriel and whatnot, of Cyrodiil. Probably because the story takes you there in the beginning and I just goofed around a lot. Which makes sense.
Careful, this camp
So
is
I've
lost
learned...
and my companions are dead. Wildburn will cover
I'll share
any
later.
trace of their existence and the evidence of the Recollection's crimes.
What happened here?
The Recollection happened. I was out scouting when they attacked our camp. Most of them were gone by the time I returned, which is the only reason I didn't die with my companions. I came here to hunt our enemies, but we became the hunted instead.
Why were you... Again, I think my add-on broke again. Why were you hunting the Recollection?
Greenspeaker Darolith told everyone in Vashabar about the false king and his Wildburn seeds. She said we needed to find the Recollection and stop them from planting more seeds. We were but one group sent out, but the Recollection found us first.
You said Recollection forces were close. Where?
A number of them went into the ruin to the east. I think they're still inside. I would go in after them, but there are too many for me. And my heart is heavy with grief over the loss of my companions.
King is Nantharian. King Nantharian's here, yes?
Nantharian is no
Oh
king
my
of
God.
mine. Not anymore. Using corrupted magic like the Wildburn. It's a betrayal of the Green. My companions felt that way too. I didn't see him here, stranger, but he could be inside the ruins.
Khajiit go now must. What the fuck is going on with this dialogue? Hold on. I guess I gotta finally turn it off because now it's at, like... Because it's now messing with the dialogue and it's really taking me out of it and making me giggle. Let's see if that fixes it. If it doesn't, then that's good. That's even more funnier that there's just typos in the story. But yeah, no, what I was about to say was I figured out a new method of testing testing whoever is a bot is if you, for some reason, think someone's going to lead into trying to sell you something or scam you, like this person right here in this chat was trying to do, be like, oh yeah, I could help you, and like try to build up to like a discussion about like your stream stuff and whatnot, and then just be like, yeah, I could help you with that, let's talk on like Discord or something. Boom, hit him with a timeout for 1 minute, and then they instantly leave. And I have stated in my rules, no shilling allowed unless I allow it.
Let our enemies come.
If you ask, that's okay. But you're most likely going to get declined unless I personally know you. I hate to be a bit of a hard ass, but you know, like, I don't play around with bots. Although you can...
When the seed sprouts, this ancient shrine will awaken. Its power will help fill the well of Miskarkan.
We will guard the seed with our lives, my king.
I forgot what I was gonna say. Alright, well, take care. I appreciate you stopping by. But yeah, I don't like being... I do not like to bring down the hammer, but if I must, I must. Oh, we're sharp. While I'm in the air. What do you mean? I'm not in the air. I'm on the ground. I am firmly on the ground. Sharp, get your ass out here. I need help.
At it again. And down they go.
I will say I have recently started playing this on my Steam Deck now that I have properly installed a bigger SSD on it, and it does feel, it feels odd to play an MMO with a controller, because I've always been like a keyboard mouse kind of guy, especially for shooters. So props to people that can play shooters and MMOs on controllers, because it's feels difficult. Especially if you're playing Final Fantasy XIV on a controller and you're really good about it, you are amazing.
Easy.
All right. By the way, I do have a lurk command. If you type !lurk, then it will let me know that you are lurking. It's kind of funny, kind of like thinking about, like, I'm keeping an archive of these games on my YouTube, and everything. And I'm sure there's like people that only strictly watch VODs on YouTube and never like Twitch chat, so it always kind of I always imagine it takes people out a little bit when people start like mentioning like, by the way, thing that only happens in Twitch chat. Especially considering like how my old streams used to be, like years ago. Like I was not heavily into like the whole like, you know, being more active with like the chat and like trying to add like goofy functions and doodads and whatnot. It was just kind of like, alright, I'm playing a game, you're watching, we can interact, we're all good. Instead, nowadays I give you items to throw at me while you say mean things to me in the chat. Alright. Where to next? Baragon's house. Okay. I definitely remember, in the story, we're definitely at the halfway mark. That's for sure. Or somewhere near it.
The king of Vashabar. He's the leader of the Recollection.
I knew those Vashabar Wood Elves were to blame for all this.
That's not what I heard. There's even...
Hey buddy, I'm back.
You're back. Tell me what you found. I had a feeling you'd return soon. The skein of secrets changed while I was studying it. The sites I sent you to investigate faded away. I presume you accomplished something at both locations? Tell me, what did you find?
King Nantharian planted wild burn scenes at Terthil Farm and Hastral Hollow.
I had hoped that we put an end to the Wildburn threat when we interrupted Nantharian's ritual at Hope Root. What did you do about the seeds?
I destroyed the seeds, but the Recollection wiped out the farm and a wood elf camp at the Hollow.
The Recollection grows more violent and reckless. Until Nantharian is defeated, no one is safe. Did you learn anything about where Nantharian was heading next?
A letter I found suggested the next wild burn will awaken wellsprings of power, whatever that means. The alien wellsprings?
Power? I've got no idea. All right, if you destroyed the seeds the Recollection planted, they'll need to replace them. That means we still have a chance to find Nantharian. Let's take another look at the skein.
I see. That's a little bit closer to Skingrad.
That's
Fort Durich.
an old watchtower to the northwest of Skingrad. I'll meet you there, friend.
Yeah, that's pretty close to Skingrad. Like, pretty dangerously close.
Did you hear? The king of Vashabar. He's the leader of the Recollection.
I knew those Vashabar Wood Elves were to blame for all this.
Let's see, I can get to it from here, from Pontus.
I told you the fort's seen better days. Let's look around a little. poor beast has been corrupted by Wildburn. But what's it doing here? Look, there's a passage behind that rubble.
Hello, welcome.
I think someone's been down here. Let's see if we can find a Wildburn seed. Over there, a Wildburn seed. And that's one seed. It looks like there's another one deeper in.
The Wildburn is but a tool, my prince. A way to awaken the alien magic sleeping beneath this land.
Yes. The Well of Miskaken. I remember it now.
Miskaken was the ancient realm of my ancestors, my prince. But the well lies hidden.
I can open the way for you. The wellspring of power awaits
Another
the
seed.
starry vaults
Destroy
deep
it,
beneath
friend.
the city. Come, I will show you.
What can I do?
Miskaken?
Out of the way,
That's
Sharp.
where we'll find
Come
King
on.
Nantharian. Well, that takes care of 2 more seeds. Let's talk outside. Any adventurer who delves into Ayleid ruins knows the name Miskaken. It was a great Ayleid city, but it's been lost for ages. If Nantharian is truly descended from its ancient rulers, that would explain the Recollection's fascination with Ayleids.
It may be lost, but Athelia seemed to know where to find it.
I'm not sure that helps us. There are Ayleid ruins scattered all over Westweald. Any one of them could be Miskaken, and it's not like I can look it up in any books. And that memory confirms it. We were wrong about the Wildburn seeds.
What do you mean?
We thought Nantharian unleashed the Wildburn to expand Dawnwood. It does that, of course, but the memory suggested another purpose. They want to wake up Ayleid magic and restore that ancient realm, and apparently restore Athelia in the process.
Maybe we can use the skein of secrets to track them to Miskaken.
Of course. If Athelia uses her powers to reveal Miskaken to Nantharian, the location should appear on the skein. Open it up and see if the map has changed, friend.
So yeah, I think it was definitely mentioned in the previous stream before, but like there was definitely a cult for Athelia in the aliens like society and whatnot.
It. According to the skein, Nantharian's back in Vashabar. I noticed the Ayleid ruins around Vashabar, but I never imagined it was built above ancient Miskaken. Clearly, Nantharian planned to harness the Well of Miskaken from the beginning, but he needed Athelia's help to reach it.
What exactly is the Well of Miskaken?
Laramil could explain it better, but I'll try. As I understand it, Ayleid wells are supposed to collect magicka. They harness starlight, the pure power of Aetherius. Miskaken was the capital city of a powerful kingdom. Its well must be huge.
What could King Nantharian and Athelia do with that much magicka?
I don't know. Refound the Ayleid Empire? Restore Athelia to her ancient might? They could do anything they can imagine. The fate of Westweald might depend on us stopping them from using the well. We need to get to Vashabar, friend.
Very well. I'll meet you there.
Time isn't on our side, friend. The skein of secrets indicates that King Nantharian, and likely Athelia too, are already in Vashabar. If we don't stop the...
Yeah. But we gotta meet him back in Vashabar. Although, why do you still have the marker on you?
Time isn't not much, I'm afraid. Miskaken is mentioned in several historical accounts of the Ayleid Empire. It was one of the more powerful city-states in the western part of the Empire. But until now, no one had any idea where it stood.
What do the historical accounts say?
The city survived Alessia's rebellion and acknowledged her as empress after the White Gold Tower fell. Miss Karkand remained strong enough to deter the Alessian Order in the decades after her death. The Order could not overcome its defenses.
And how did Miss Karkand fall then?
It's said the people of the city just slipped away in small bands, seeking the safety of Valenwood. Eventually, no one was left but the last king, Moramath. But all that's little more than legend and speculation. No one really knows for sure.
Goodbye. That's a weird bug that he still has like the marker on him. Oh well, you know, it's a Bethesda game. There's bound to be some bugs. Need to get back to Vashabar.
Over here, friend. This legionary says this doorway just opened, and Tribune Alea's somewhere inside. The skein was right. Ethelia used her power here. There was no doorway into these ruins before this one suddenly appeared. According to this legionary, Tribune Alea witnessed the whole thing and went charging in after them.
Tribune Alea followed Ethelia and King Antherion into these ruins?
Sounds like something she'd do. We'd better head in and find her before she tries to take on who knows how many Shardborn and Recollection warriors. But if this is Miss Karkand, that won't be all we'll have to deal with.
More than Shardborn and Recollection?
Take Abolisher. An alien ruin of a city as powerful as Miss Karkand will have dangerous traps, maybe powerful undead. I have a feeling we're going to need that blade before we're done here. Go on. I'm right behind you.
I would like to try to find my way in. I am easily getting lost in this place. It's very, very woodsy. Bear with me for a moment. Ah! Okay. Okay, yep, we gotta go up. Got it. Ooh, a chest. Are you kidding? Force lock. Oh, that's why. It's because I forgot I'm on my PvP build. I don't have any thievery stuff on this build. That's what I get for getting used to having all the thievery stuff maxed out. That is even the wrong way. Wow, I sure know my way around. That's amazing. It must be like going on, yeah, it's going underneath. I can see the marker right there. So I have to find a way down.
I'll get you something tasty. What do prairie dogs eat again? Meat?
Okay, I gotta get in the center of that, but how? There is so much roots and everything in the way. Like a mini maze, yeah. There we go.
Look at these halls. It's just like the legend said. We're definitely in the right place.
I love how like one of the warden abilities is just throw a bird or cliff racer.
Crawling with recollection and fallen legionaries. I hope Tribune Alea is all right.
I really shouldn't be collecting any of this stuff because I don't have the material bag anymore.
Way to close that portal.
Tribune Alea's trapped by that Abolisher's gathering energy from each foe you defeat. Abolisher is charged with power. Unleash it again. That damaged the portal. Gather more energy and try again.
Let's go.
Use Abolisher on the portal. You did it! The portal's closing! Now we know how to use Abolisher to close Miramore portals.
Safe? We were pinned between a Daedra-spewing portal and a blocked passage before you came along. Glad you found us, comrade. I was meeting with Greenspeaker Derelith when Nantharian walked into the village like he still owned the place. Marched straight to these ruins. He had a strange cloaked woman with him. I think that was Athelia.
You charged down here by yourself? What were you thinking?
I was thinking I was performing my duty as an Imperial Tribune. And I wasn't alone. I had legionaries with me. We fought our way through an army of recollection until we reached this dead end and got trapped by that portal. How did you find me?
The Skein of Secrets. King Nantharian and Athelia are looking for the Well of Miskarkand.
That doesn't sound good. Shard Marshal Vargas is here too. I was hot on their heels, but they stepped through a portal at this blocked passage. I couldn't follow. We've got to find another way to reach the deeper halls.
I've got Abolisher. Maybe I can open a portal.
Abolisher? We saw Vargas use it to open portals, and we just watched you use it to seal portals as well. Alright, cut us a path through this collapsed passage, comrade. We'll catch up to those bastards yet.
I get the feeling that Abolisher is just like that one item in Shaolin Showdown. The Golden Tiger Claws, I think it was.
Another portal. Let's go.
And it just lets you just rip open a portal and just teleport to the other side.
More Shardborn and Recollection ahead. Why are they just waiting around?
I'm sure it does more than that. It's a sword after all. I'm sure it can cut people too. And I know I mentioned it last stream about like how they added scribing, which means that you get to make your own custom abilities. And last time I showed off some of them, and then I recently made this one to test out in PvP, which is Vault, which lets you basically do a backflip, leave an AoE, and it makes a good escape mechanic in theory. But I don't really see myself really using it that often.
Slay those Daedra and charge Abolisher.
Like mine's set up to cleanse
You're going to regret
any like this, like any like
Strike the portal.
movement detriment. Like if I get like pulled down,
Now, strike the portal.
like I
with
could just hit that
Abolisher.
and then I'll be cleansed of it. I'll be farther away and then I'll also have a speed boost along with it,
Portal with Abolisher.
making it a very good escape tool. But most of the time when I use it, it's generally not enough for me to escape. And I also, when I'm like doing like Chaos Ball, or if I'm doing Capture the Flag, you can't use Vault at all while you're holding onto the items, which is
Now, strike the portal with Abolisher.
But yeah, I'm sure there's probably a better way of using Vault, but it's definitely one of those like niche scribe abilities that doesn't really feel like.
How big is this place?
I feel like it depends on whose hands it's in. Very much like how I feel about Elemental Explosion, because that one has like a long cast time, and it does a good like big AoE, but like the cast time is what really kills it.
These halls go on forever. We need to keep searching.
Ooh. I'm pretty sure I have both of those. I'm not sure. I should probably empty out my inventory. Hold on. Yeah, I already have that one. I really need to clean this out sometime. Yeah. You know what? I don't need these. I don't need these treasure maps. They're nothing to me. The one thing I'm disappointed with scrying in this
Didn't we see
is that
like
it
that
does
in
give you a
Hope Root? Use the Echoneer.
it does give you a passive trait to detect nearby treasure chests that doesn't work on the treasure maps, which is very unfortunate. And personally, I feel like they should definitely like add that to that passive. That way it makes the treasure maps a little bit more easier to like a better incentive to collect and also to do, because like those dirt mounds are very, very hard to find, and the maps are like mostly unhelpful, and then finding guides online to find out where they are just as unhelpful as the map
Memory
itself.
Of a great battle? Who are Athelia's forces fighting? Up there, it's Shard Marshal Vargas.
Warriors of Miramor, stand fast against Mora's minions. If this memory interests you so much, allow me to send you there.
Comrade?
Oh no.
Comrade, where are you?
Oh no. I see. So wait, did they just send me back into the memory? That's all? Did it just kind of distract me? I guess that might be the case.
There you are. You
Yep,
just
that is the case.
vanished. That memory showed Shardborn fighting other Daedra. Ethelia was defending something in this place.
Oh yeah, another thing about the version of Vault I'm using is that when I backflip and it hits anyone in the AoE, the person that's in the AoE gets rooted down.
Another memory?
Which again is supposed to like kind of couple in with like the whole like escape factor.
Futile struggle, Ethan. Every fate before me says you cannot win.
But you do not see everything, Mora. In the many paths, all things are possible. I will write my own fate.
Go, my prince. You must escape. Ethelia, wait.
Is this where Ethelia lost her ancient battle? Her minions remain to guard the passage behind her.
Yeah, this looks familiar. Again, the Outcast Inn story kind of takes you to a similar passage. It's just a shame that like they decided to let players kind of accidentally do those kind of parts of the story instead of just, you know, locking it behind the actual story itself. Instead, it's like part of like the world quests on the map. But then again, like doing it early also made it so I can get through the story quest a little bit quicker. But it kind of disorients me a little bit when they refer to events that I've already done. And I'm sure it, like, for people that are watching, they're probably feeling like very out of the loop and be like, wait a minute, we didn't do this. When in truth, yeah, I did. I did it off stream by accident.
Baragon! Damn, he's charging ahead without us.
But it happens. They did the same thing in Necrom too. I just didn't even notice that that was the case in Necrom. I did find it a little bit weird that they gave you like a, alright, choose your path, take care of these areas, and then come back to me. I found that a little bit weird at first, but now that I understand that that was just part of like how they built the story quest and the world for these expansions lately. So yeah, I have my complaints about how they're doing like the DLCs lately, but I'm still enjoying it.
Friends, the gate closed behind me. Hurry, use a polisher. Nantharian is just ahead.
Baragon, wait for us! Damn it!
Baragon, please don't get yourself killed.
Nantharian, stop! A wild burn unleashed with the power from that well will destroy Westweald!
Baragon! You'll pay for this,
I will
Nantharian!
empower the staff and restore the memory of my prince. Now be! I have suffered your interference long enough, outsider.
This fight might actually take a little bit longer, because again, I'm using my PvP build. Hello, welcome! You're just in time for me to kick this guy's ass.
Ready, Abolisher!
You asked for it. Who's better than us? Nobody.
there's a lot of them. This is taking a little bit longer than I thought it would. Okay, there we go. One down. Maybe it's because I missed, like, the first time. Which I didn't even know you could probably do, is miss. Okay, there we go.
I will take back this land for my people! You cannot stop me! Forces of Miramor, protect me!
Alright. I guess we're gonna do this like 2 more times. Ooh.
I am the heir of the aliens and the beloved of Athelia! I will not be denied! My prince, help me!
Now, why did it give me the ability to use Abolisher there? That's interesting.
The staff of many paths was never meant for mortal hands. Witness its true power! Athelia, Unweaver, Mistress of the many paths, let your glory be restored! Remember your true self and free us from the chains of fate!
I am whole. Come, Vargas. It is time to go home. With the loom, I will restore all that was lost.
She got her memory back.
I'm all right, Tribune. You stopped Nentherion from unleashing that final wild burn on the Weald. Thank you, my friend.
We stopped one threat. But did you see? Athelia changed.
Let's talk about this back in Skingrad, friends.
Yep, now she's, she remembers, and she's in full power now. Oh boy. There it is. Alright. Fucking bear. Wait a minute. Don't tell me. No, no, no. It can't. Oh, no, wait. They're not back in there. But I gotta talk to these guys.
I may never get used to fighting Daedra and magic users, but at least we put an end to Nentherion and his plot to destroy Westweald. That should finish the recollection. Now, is it too much to hope that Athelia will take her power and just go away?
You think the recollection is beaten?
Nentherion is dead. Hoperoot is destroyed. The recollection has no leaders and no friends. Some diehards might linger for a time, but they won't pose a significant threat to Westweald. No, I'm more worried about Shard Marshal Vargas and her prince.
What do you think Athelia and Shard Marshal Vargas are going to do?
I have no idea. Maybe they'll never give Westweald another thought now that Athelia has her power. But she wants vengeance for what was done to her. That might lead to very bad things. I don't think we've seen the last of them.
What about you, Baragon? What do you
We
think?
stopped Nantharian and prevented a massive wild burn that would have destroyed the rest of Westweald. But Athelia and Shard Marshal Vargas got away. Let's go back to my townhouse and figure out where we stand.
What happens to Vashabar now that King Nantharian is dead?
Vashabar deserves a chance. Not everything Nantharian built turned to evil. Somewhere he lost his way, as did my friend Greenspeaker Sorelin and others who fell in with the recollection. I need to go to Vashabar and tell them what happened.
Nantharian really thought he could resurrect the Iliad Empire?
Apparently so. He considered himself the heir to that empire and planned to destroy Westweald to rebuild it. Some things are just better left buried, and seeing Athelia restored was terrifying. I wonder what she plans to do with all that power.
Ready.
Did you hear? The King of Vashabar. He's the leader of the Recollection.
Yeah, and he's dead.
I knew those Vashabar wood elves were to
I
blame.
wonder who did that.
Proxy, I hoped to find you here. I sensed a powerful ripple in fate, and came as quickly as I could. I have been scouring the plains for hints of Torvasad's doings. I sensed ripples of probability flowing across the Daedric realms. Imagine my surprise when I traced them to their origin. Ancient Miskarkand. What happened there?
I defeated King Nantharian, but Athelia regained her power and departed with Shard Marshal Vargas.
Without Nantharian, and with Torvasad off doing who knows what, the recollection will be scattered and leaderless. Our battle merely shifts to a new arena now, with even greater stakes. Already the threads of fate fray at an alarming rate.
If Athelia went back to her own realm, why is fate fraying?
I do not think reality is endangered by Athelia's travels, but by her choices. Whatever she decides to do, reality must accommodate her. It will shatter in the attempt. The threat of her next decision causes fate to now fray.
So what do we do?
The one who knows has not made that clear to me. Yet as long as reality persists, we still have a chance to prevent Athelia from undoing everything. Conclude your business with Baragon, Proxy. Our work is not yet done.
I'm glad you're... A few recollection may...
Fate has demanded I assist its proxy. It is why I am here.
A few recollection may linger, but their threat fades. Without Nantharian or the Staff of Many Paths, there will be no more wild burns. The mad dream of a new Iliad kingdom replacing Westweald is dead. And that wasn't our only victory, friend.
What other victory are you talking about, Baragon?
By saving Skingrad and Vashabar from Nantharian's designs, you taught both sides to stand against a common enemy. Whatever comes next, all the people of Westweald will face it together. I thank you for that. It's not much, but please, take this.
I mean, that's hopeful thinking, but yeah.
I sent word to Vashabar about Nantharian's fate, and Tribune Alea's scouts report that the Recollection's on the run. However, The Daedric incursions from Miramor continue unabated. I don't think Shard Marshal Vargas is done with us yet.
Athelia said she was leaving our world. Why are the Shardborn still attacking?
Shard Marshal Vargas clearly intends to conquer Westweald for her prince. She made that quite apparent at Feldergard Keep. But there may be another motive for the incursions. If Vargas keeps us busy here, we can't interfere with Athelia's plans.
What do you mean?
Athelia said something about a loom and restoring what was lost. And her plan probably leads to the end of reality that Laramil keeps going on about. Let's take the fight to Athelia and maybe prevent whatever she has in mind. Are you with me?
Alright, let's go stop Athelia.
Take a look at the Skein of Secrets. If Athelia returned to Miramor, wherever that is, then perhaps the Skein can show us how to follow her. It's worth a try anyway.
I see.
Wendir? Does that mean anything to you, Laramil?
There are many hidden paths between the planes. I suspect the Skein of Secrets has showed us one. Prepare yourselves.
How exactly do we prepare ourselves for oblivion?
A good point. There is no telling what we may encounter. Still, that is our course. Fascinating. Wendir is another Ayleid ruin, but the Skein of Secrets offers no explanation beyond a mark on a map. A subtle tool indeed, worthy of the Lady of Whispers. I am curious, Proxy. What exactly did you see when you looked at the Skein?
The Skein of Secrets revealed a location in Westweald, north of Skingrad.
Yes, it showed me the same. A place where Athelia used her power. I doubt she is still on Nirn. The Skein presents us with a strange puzzle that we must solve. When you saw Athelia with Vargas in Miskarkand, what exactly did she say?
She said it was time to go home, and something about a loom and restoring what was lost.
A loom? As in a weaving apparatus? Intriguing. As for Athelia's home, her realm in Oblivion was forgotten when she was. No records exist that can point us to Miramor. And the thought of restoring what was lost, I do not like the sound of that.
Then what exactly is the Skein of Secrets showing us?
The point to which we
Aside
must travel to follow Athelia, I assume. Perhaps we will find a portal to her realm there. Or mayhap there is something we are meant to learn in Wendir. We must trust the Skein. I shall meet you there, Proxy.
I need to clean up my inventory. Just give me one moment. We're gonna make a slight detour.
I just heard the news. King Nantharion was killed, defeated by the Legion's mercenaries.
Let's see. You will buy my stuff. When you look at me. There we go.
Feel free to browse. I'll try.
I'm gonna keep those just because I think one of my companions can probably use those, the tank shoes. Some steel toe boots. Alright. Wendir. Which I've already done. Once again, I've already done like the world quest over there. Ouch. Oh, I gotta use Abolisher here. Okay. There's a portal here. Or a place where I could just teleport.
I sense an anomaly
I
here,
don't like
Proxy.
I don't
place
like
for
that
the
her
veil
portals make
between
squishy
realms can be
sounds. That's
parted.
not
Perhaps Abolisher can be of use. This is what the Skane wanted us to find. A portal recently used by Athelia and... Curious. This is Fargrave. Did Athelia come this way to make use of the celestial palanquin? The portal deposited us in the demiplane of Fargrave. It is a realm without a prince that serves as a crossroad through oblivion. 1,000 doors lead in and out of Fargrave, or so it is said. But the fate of Baragon and the Tribune concerns me.
I thought Baragon and Tribune Alia were right behind us.
They were. Did something divert them? While Fargrave is a realm of limitless portals, including many that are permanent, the plane can play havoc with portal spells. No matter. There is no time to search for them. We have problems of our own.
What sort of problems?
I sense a huge force of Shardborn ahead. And in my previous visits, I never saw anything like those crystalline growths. I think Athelia reshaped this part of Fargrave when she came this way. I wonder, was this her destination, or a means to an end?
What do you mean?
The true origins of Fargrave are lost. Did she come here to access another plane, or could this demiplane have once been a part of Miramor? Well, we shall not find our allies or the answers we seek standing here. Let us continue. This realm so easily bends to Athelia's will. Could Fargrave be a cast-off portion of Miramor?
Interesting, and again, I've stated it, I think, even in the Necrom streams, I haven't done any of the DLCs between Somerset to Necrom. So I'm pretty far behind on ESO. I've been playing for a while, but I took a huge break between expansions.
Definitely signal Athelia's presence.
And now I'm playing catch up. Well, kind of. I'm going out of order, which I don't think really hurts that much. Because again, these are kind of like each chapter feels like it's its own isolated story, but you could still reference like previous chapters. And I know Fargrave is like part of like one of the other
better than that to stop us.
one of the other chapters. And it's definitely a chapter I haven't done. But I know that there's a housing in here, so I wonder if there's people that have decorated their Fargrave housing to give it a much more Miramor feel to it. Knowing this part of the story has kind of revealed, be like, could this actually be part of Miramor originally? Hold on. Okay, there we go. the crystal path. Alright. I mean, I'm trying to... There's crystals everywhere. You're gonna have to be more specific. Like, if I suppose... Oh, that looks very pretty. Pretty sharp.
That door, Proxy. I believe that is our way through.
There you are. We were separated in the portal somehow. There's a door up here too. We'll meet you on the other side.
Beware! Child Marshal Vargas is above you. Proxy, stay close.
You dare trespass in Miramore, in the very heart of our power. I banish you to the many paths, never to return.
Vargas banished our allies into the many paths. He took everything I had just to shield us. Theragon and Tribune Leia are beyond our help for now. We must go on without them. The threads of fate surrounding Fargrave are interminable. Something significant shall soon occur. The currents of fate shall revitalize them. Feel the currents of fate flow through you.
No, not another, not another tree, please. I'm tired of finding those alien trees. Give me something different, please. They're not very practical to use.
Restore your strength. A lingering memory. Use the echo, Proxy.
Your wanderings are futile, Torvasan. What you seek is here, the loom of the untraveled road. I have no idea what it is, but I am certain it's important.
You can stare at the sealed portal until you go mad, Vargas. I go in search of my missing memories.
A memory of Torvasad and Vargas before they recovered what had been forgotten. Let us talk.
That's a lot of bad luck right there.
I almost feel sorry for Athelia's scions. To exist for millennia, tormented by the sense they were missing something, and could not find their purpose. The loom of the untraveled road. That must be the loom Athelia spoke of in Miskarkand.
So even before she remembered why, Shard Marshal Vargas was drawn to this place?
Indeed. Clearly the loom of the untraveled road is an apparatus of great importance. Vargas forgot what it was, yet its existence never ceased to gnaw at her. This is where Athelia's trail has been leading us. We must find a way to follow.
How do we do that?
Perhaps there is something more here than our mortal senses can perceive. In this reality, the archway and mirrors have long since lost their power. But in the many paths, that might not be so. Use the lamp of clarity, Proxy.
Oh no, it's a
dormant
puzzle.
portal. Proxy, we must find a way to activate it.
Oh, okay. It's not that hard of a puzzle. Boop.
That did something. Try interacting with more of the mirrors.
As you can see on the archway, the pattern.
Well done. The dormant portal has awakened. I am curious to see the loom of which Athelia spoke. Is this another isolated section of Fargrave, or a pocket dimension within the Demon? Proxy, look. Another memory. Use the Echoneer.
My loom of the untraveled road fills this place. From its core, I can break the shackles of fate, undo mistakes, unlock possibilities, create new histories.
Athelia can use the loom to change history. That is how she will restore what was lost.
It's magnificent. But won't some princes see it as a threat?
A threat? This is a gift. The gift of unconstrained choice. The loom will weave a new story for every being. What they choose to be true. All shall benefit.
A wonderful gift indeed, my prince.
Athelia and Vargas have reached the loom's core. We must reach them before they destroy the reality we know. That great skeleton above is one of the bearers of fire.
I have no inventory space
Athelia's
left. Hold
changing
on.
it to its mirror reflection.
I could hear the clink of your core.
I don't need any more Daedric hearts. You know what? I should definitely use this, so that way it frees up space and I don't need I don't use that potion anymore for PvP. I got a better one that lasts longer.
Do you see the arches before us? I think they mark the doorway to the next part of the loop. I am not sure how to proceed, and we have no time to wander aimlessly. Perhaps the skein of secrets can show us the way. Proxy, are you injured? I am surprised you were not injured, Proxy. Unrolling the skein of secrets appeared to precipitate a reciprocal paroxysm that is, it triggered a backlash, as I am sure you noticed.
Something blocked me from using the skein of secrets?
Indeed. And whatever caused that also completely drained the skein's power. Perhaps Athelia protected the loom of the untraveled road against the influences of her rival princes. Or is this some property of the loom itself?
Athelia protected the loom? How?
I cannot say. Daedric princes are supreme within their own realms. The longer we are delayed, the stronger Athelia grows. In fact, the next defense we trigger may be more dangerous. I do not think it would be wise to use Abolisher here.
So what should we do?
I have witnessed enough of Athelia's realm to feel the power flowing through it. I believe I can use my portal magic to proceed deeper into the loom, perhaps even reach its core. As long as Athelia does not sense our approach, we should be fine. Hurry now. The portal I opened should carry us as far as the loom's...
Athelia does not wish to be disturbed.
This kind of looks like her prison.
For all those eons.
Vargas diverted my portal. She trapped us in Athelia's prison.
Oh, that's what happened.
I see memory. Use it.
This is how it must be, Athelia. For the sake of reality, you cannot walk free.
You cannot contain me forever, Mora. In time, I will escape this cell.
No fate that I foresee results in your freedom. I am sorry, Etheria, but I do this to preserve reality.
Hermaeus Mora could not predict what he could not perceive. Athelia's scions, the unseen. Come, we must find a way to escape.
Oh, you mean like right here?
I sense something hidden here. Use the lamp of clarity, Proxy, but carefully. The lamp still functions, and it revealed a path. We should follow its guidance. Is that Baragon? These ruined mirrors look into different realities. They may be doors to the many.
Shard Marshal Vargas sent us somewhere. The Fargrave we were exploring faded away. I suddenly found myself in another version of our reality. A mirror world. Dark and empty, full of soul-crushing dread. Like an iron fist around my heart.
A mirror world, can you describe it?
I don't know how else to explain it. Whatever part of the many paths I was hurled into, it was a dark reflection of our reality. Timeless, empty. Not a world made of mirrors, but the world you see in a mirror. Am I making any sense?
Where is Tribune Alea?
I don't know. I never saw her after Vargas cast a spell. She might have been in the world I was trapped in, or she could be anywhere. On the other side, mirrors are like windows. You can see through them, but that's all. I waited here and hoped.
Could we escape from this prison through the many paths?
These were the only mirrors I found. I couldn't pass through until you used the lamp. I'm not sure there's a way out of the many paths without some sort of help. Let's stay in this reality, friend. I think we can reach the end of the maze from here.
If there is no escape by the road Baragon followed, we must continue on. Lead the way, Proxy.
Can you hear me? Get me out of here!
I thought I was never going to get out of there.
The lamp. Its power is gone. At least we saved Tribune Alea. Look, an anomaly like the one we observed at Wendia. We must try abolishing it. It worked. And Abolisher appears unaffected for now. Let us leave this place.
Yeah, the artifacts are slowly losing power.
In the name of all the divines
We
is
must
that
find
thing?
our way to the Daedric apparatus of unimaginable.
Now I can undo my long
Ooh,
imprisonment.
It's like a
Make it so I was never forgotten. I can find a path in which the princes and I were never in conflict. And with the lead, I shall weave it into this reality.
Never a dull moment.
Let's face me your vigor.
I know.
The currents of fate shall revive you. Athelia has
Easy.
not yet activated the loom. We can still intervene.
know nothing. I know nothing.
Okay. Sorry I'm going a little bit silent. It's just, you know, we're getting to a lot of like points where there's going to be a lot of dialogue and I don't want to talk over it.
Now, give them no quarter.
Oh, more portals, great. I love these stall tactics. You know, I could just angle it so it can hit both portals. Can I do that? I'll have to try it next time. Oh, that actually does some good damage. Some decent damage, at least. Okay, here we go again. Oh boy. That was definitely a big complaint about this expansion, was that a lot of the boss fights, both in this story and also the fact that, like, even the world bosses, more specifically the incursions, they would have these invuln phases that would just kind of stop everything and distract you for like a few moments. And it was kind of annoying. I'll say at least with this, there's at least an objective to like get them out of the invuln state. But the incursions, it was pretty much like a, yeah, you guys need to slow down a little bit with your damage. You're doing it way too quickly. Take a breather, get distracted, fight these guys instead. Like, it's okay to like have like a small invuln phase to like, alright, do this mechanic quickly and then you can get back to fighting. Because if they can do it quickly, then that's good, you know. But if it's just to like intentionally like eat time, that's no good. That's at least my stance on it. I think you can do invuln phases in a way that it's meaningful and it's not just there to kind of like to pad out the fight. But it is definitely an annoying complaint that I have about Gold Road, and I agree with it. With other people saying that, yeah, this is not a good mechanic and it's poorly implemented. There we go.
Now, Proxy, use Abolisher to destroy the loom.
Terrible power!
Ooh.
Is destroyed, my prince. We must leave this place.
Ooh.
I am the last tomorrow. The Unweaver. I am filled with the power of the many parts.
Come, Torvasad, away!
Oh, that looks bad.
You did it, friend. But what's happening to Athelia?
Athelia has become something else.
Abolisher is depleted, but it did its job. The loom has been destroyed. I shall open an exit. Let us leave this place.
Yeah, that looks pretty bad. It's like, yeah, I think what happened was that when the loom was destroyed, all that power went into her instead. That's not good.
Good to see you, comrade. Baragon's waiting for you in the relic room.
Hello, friend. Put the relics in the case, please. They may be powerless now, but we shouldn't forget the part they played in all this.
Oh, look at that. You got like a little collection going on here. From your adventuring days. That's pretty neat. I wish I had this kind of furnishing. It would look great in my house, especially my manor.
I'm not sure I want to keep those in my house forever, but that's good for now. Let's talk. I know losing the use of the relics is bad, but at least we destroyed the loom and stopped Athelia from changing our reality. You know, I can't even conceive of what that actually means. But now that we're back in Westweald, on to local matters.
What was that about local matters?
I convinced Count Calantius and Greenspeaker Derelith to sit down and talk. They're finally ready to discuss stabilizing relations between Skingrad and Vashabar. I offered my home as a private venue for their meeting. They also want to speak to you.
The Count and the Greenspeaker want to talk to me?
Don't look so surprised. You're a hero. You brought down Nantharion and defeated Shard Marshal Vargas. Yes, there are Recollection and Shard-born stragglers to deal with, but you earned the trust of both Wood Elves and the Colovians through your actions.
Alright, I'll talk to the Count and the Greenspeaker.
They're waiting for you out in the hall. I don't know what exactly they want to talk about, but it probably wouldn't hurt to remind them that friends make better neighbors than enemies.
Oh, they're just
Traveler,
right here.
We hope to see you here. I'm told you killed King Nantharion beneath Vashabar's very roots. I know he had to be stopped, yet the tragedy will haunt me. He started with a great vision before he wandered onto dark paths.
Are you the leader of Vashabar now?
Vashabar is done with kings, but I can speak for the people of Dawnwood. It falls to me to make good on the obligation Nantharion left us. We must try to make amends for the damage he inflicted on Westweald.
How will you do that?
You and Tribune Leia showed us what's possible when we accept a little help. We can't give back what Nantharion has taken, but we can promise to be good neighbors going forward. And we will not advance beyond Dawnwood. That is all we need.
What about the Wildburn?
If we find any more Wildburn seeds, we will destroy them. As for the area of devastation, our Greenspeakers shall attempt to repair the damage and restore the land. It will take time, but nature will heal. It always does.
Tribune Leia has spoken at length about you and enthralled me with tales of your exploits on behalf of Westweald. And to think you're not even a native of Skingrad or Vashabar. I hope it isn't too late for us to learn something from your example.
Too late? What do you mean?
It will not be easy to overcome the distrust the Recollection sowed between Colovians and Wood Elves. But thanks to your valiant defense of Westweald, I think I can convince my people to see the opportunities here, not just the threats.
So you want the Wood Elves of Vashabar to stay?
For my part, yes. Of course, I must persuade some nobles and landowners to part with abandoned estates they can no longer return to, but I want to see the new forest held by allies of Skingrad, not left empty to be overrun by monsters and outlaws.
So what happens next?
I spend a lot of coin to buy land, and with that land, I secure a treaty of cooperation with our new neighbors. I thank you, hero. You aided Westweald in our time of need. Wherever your journey leads next, Skingrad is forever in your debt.
Nantherian betrayed all we hold sacred, Count Calantius. And he has paid for his crimes with his life.
I want no war with Vashabar, but Nantherian left Ostamir in ruins and killed our people.
We cannot return Dawnwood to the seed it sprang from, but we too seek peace. We shall do everything we can to prove ourselves friends and allies to the Weald.
Through all we faced, it wasn't until I was lost in the many paths that I realized the true danger to the Weald. I think you saved everything when you destroyed the loom of the untraveled road. Of course, Ethelia is still out there, somewhere.
And Torvasard. But did you see how Ethelia transformed when she absorbed the power from the loom?
That's tomorrow's problem, friend. You stopped the recollection, and you held back the forces of Miramor. The people of Westweald can handle what's left of Ethelia's servants. We're free to find our own way forward now. Thanks to you.
We saved Westweald and preserved history. But Prince Ethelia still roams free.
Doomed. We're all
Screw.
doomed. Mortal reality itself is threatened.
Screw, you're here.
Mortal, something's wrong. Hermaeus Mora senses fates, futures winking out of existence. Potentials he predicted that will never be. I feel these instabilities rippling across reality. This must be Ethelia's doing, but we need to be certain.
What do you mean, instabilities?
Instabilities! Places where the threads of fate fray and shred. And it's getting worse. I sense one forming in Westweald even now. But this one feels different. Addressing anomalies of fate is my sacred duty, but these scare even me.
So what do you suggest?
I suggested we hide in the Icor Sea until this blows over. But the Great Eye said no. So I need you and Laramil to accompany me to the instability. Will you serve as Fate's chosen once more? I'll give you those pieces of gold you like so much.
What do you, Screw? Anything. I'll accompany you and Laramil to examine this instability.
Before we depart, gather the Daedric relics, Abolisher, the Lamp of Clarity, and the Skein of Secrets. Even though they're depleted, the Great Eye has seen that you will need them in the trials to come. And I'm certainly not going to carry them.
If the energy has been depleted, what possible purpose could the relic still serve?
Haven't you realized by now that the Great Eye doesn't share the whys and wherefores with the hired help? But if Hermaeus Mora tells you to spin, you ask how many revolutions. And yes, I'm speaking from experience.
What else can you tell me about these instabilities?
I haven't had a chance to examine them yet. All I can tell you is that they're very disturbing. The way they shred fates before they're born. And they're growing more powerful. So, if you could get a move on, maybe we could do something about them. The relics are this way, gathering dust on the tiny mortal's wall.
Greenspeaker Derelict, Count Calantius, I'm afraid our friend has urgent business to take care of. Tribune Alea, will you escort the Greenspeaker and the Count home safely?
Consider it.
Now that you have the relics, I suppose I must open a portal to the instability. This way, mortals.
But we're not fully done yet. Interesting. Let me take a look at the journal. We've got 2 more quests ahead of us, and I intend to finish them.
It was awful. Like the world ripped open. Like a tear. It swallowed our cart and poor Lazarus. Sucked them right in.
Whoa, slow down and tell me what happened.
We were foraging in Pharaoh's cavern, Lazarus and me. We heard a terrible ripping sound, and there it was. A tear in the space before us. Never seen the like. It was full of nothing. But Lazarus got too close. He was just gone. So I ran.
I'll head into the cave and have a look.
We must enter the cave and see this tear for ourselves.
Excuse me!
Hey, thank you for the follow. I hope you are having a wonderful time zone, wherever you may be.
A tear in the fabric of reality. Not only have the threads of fate been parted, a piece of existence has been destroyed.
That's not good. Examine it, mortal, but carefully. Very careful. Mortal, I think I know what's happening here. Let's talk.
An unexpected reaction, but it tells us much.
What started as instabilities in the threads of fate have become tears in the fabric of reality itself. The Great Eye's worst fears have come to pass. Somehow, some way, Athelia is responsible for this disaster. I can feel it in my seventh appendage.
What are you saying, Scroot?
I'm saying that before I returned to get you and Laramil, I examined a number of these instabilities. Some in the Telvanni Peninsula, even a few in Apocrypha. If they all grow into these reality tears, well, we're all doomed is an understatement.
Are you sure Athelia is responsible?
Now you doubt my expertise? Look, we only detected these instabilities because of their effect on nearby threads of fate. And that reality tear, if I didn't have all my eyes on it, I wouldn't even know it was there. This is Athelia, all right.
So how do we fix these holes in reality?
I'm not sure we can fix them. Our best chance is to find Athelia and return her to her prison. And you have the relics to do it. We just have to figure out how to restore their depleted energy. Let me think.
Screw.
Here, I've marked your map. Take Abolisher to the Telvanni Peninsula, the Lamp to Westweald, and the Skein to Apocrypha. I'll send help to meet you with directions on how to restore the relics. Meanwhile, Laramil and I will try to locate Athelia.
Alright.
We shall send Gadain, Baragon, and Tribune Leia to assist you, Proxy. Meet us at Baragon's townhouse when you have restored the relics.
This,
and, if you would, convey my regards to Gadain.
Oh, your boyfriend? Okay, sure. This part of the quest feels more like the prologue quests that they usually do. To kind of, you know, build up hype for the next expansion and whatnot. Much like how we did with Necrom. There was an extra quest that they did that would lead into Gold Road. So, very interesting that they decided that, hey, like, there's still like a little bit more left. They could have easily just left it off at the last quest and be like, alright, this next part could have been part of the prologues into the third and final part of the chapter. But we gotta go somewhere in here for the lamp. And once again, it has given me a completely different quest. Now that it's highlighted. Where am I supposed to go? Show me on the map. Oh, we gotta go into dungeons. I see. Oh, it's my least favorite dungeon in this area. Mostly because it's kind of... It's pretty. I like some of the dungeons that they gave us in this this expansion. Or not dungeons, but delves, I mean. Like, they do a good job with like making the delves feel unique and not as copy-paste as the ones in the main quest. You know, with like a lot of like the same scenery and whatnot. I do like that we're getting a lot more variety ever since Morrowind. And they're starting to, you know, give us more unique delves, and it's not just, you know, the dungeons getting a nice pretty face too. But this one has a pretty, it's my least favorite layout
Looks like a quick little adventure.
out of all the dungeons here.
Over here, comrade. Perhaps you can make sense of what the watchling told me. The friendly Daedra Scroot sent me to meet you, comrade. She and Laramel told me some strange things, but after everything that happened in Westweald... Anyway, I'm here to help.
Did Scroot tell you what we need to do here?
Indeed. Apparently the workers in this camp discovered an ancient shrine to Azura before they were overwhelmed. Laramel suggests that if you hold the Lamp of Clarity close to the shrine, Azura herself will restore its energy.
Sounds easy enough.
The shrine to Azura should be on the east side of the lumber camp. Let's go find it.
Decided you need to fight more Daedra Tribune, Alea?
What? After everything with the recollection? You think I wouldn't want to see this through to the end? When Laramel summoned me and Scroot explained things, I readily agreed to help. Now, let's get moving before reality breaks down around us. The Wildburn was not kind to this place. Let's locate the shrine, but remain vigilant.
Yeah, as you can see right here, it's kind of nasty that you can't really go this way because there's like inclines right here that you can't really go through. You have to go all the way around, and you can't really cut through or anything. And if you fall down, you kind of have to like make your way all the way back and then back around. So yeah, this is not my favorite map or delve for this expansion. Because it kind of, it's also the fact that like this place kind of gives you the illusion of like free roam, which is definitely not the case. And of course you can't use your mountain delves, so you can't really just like speed through this.
The Shrine of Azura should be just up ahead. The shrine...
Do I have that one? No, I do not. Awesome. Awesome. Oh, good for you. You learned a new ability. Awesome. So proud of you. So very proud of you, Sharp. Alright, next we gotta go to the peninsula. And I believe that it's, store abolisher at the big shrine. Okay. Can I interest you in an emotional support frog in this trying time? I'll take 5 of them. Hey Crystallis, how's it going? We are actually pretty close to the end of this. We got like 2 more quests ahead of us. But yeah, it's good to hear that you're doing pretty well.
This looks nice and inviting. You ready?
We're just running around restoring power to these relics.
I was worried one of those reality tears got you. Laramil and that floating ball of eyes told me to meet you here. They explained all about the reality tears. They sound terrible. What's going to befall us next, I wonder?
Did Scroot tell you what we need to do here?
She did. According to Scroot, there's an old forge deep within the mine that's dedicated to Boethia. Laramil and her believe that if you present the sword at the forge, Daedric energy will once more flow into the blade.
Alright, let's find that forge.
The entrance to Boethia's forge should be somewhere in the northeast section of the mine.
Did Scroot say why she thinks the forge will restore Abolisher?
Boethia created Abolisher, so it stands to reason that a forge built to honor her might be able to restore it. Master blacksmiths dedicated the forge back when Daedric worship was more widespread. It became a Qualma mine much more recently.
Also kind of interesting that we
Qualma
had the
always make me
Azura
uncomfortable.
shrine all
Let's
the way
find
over
the forge
Westweald,
and get
because
out
like,
of here.
isn't she more commonly worshipped in Morrowind? And we also saw like Meridia, like a Meridia statue in the Westweald.
Never a dull moment. That will teach them not to cross us.
That's the forge. Ever notice that no matter how ancient, Daedric stuff never really changes? Anyway, dip Abolisher into the hot coals.
Yeah, because that's how all forges work, right?
Crack
Just stick it in the
ale.
fire.
Look
They'll
at
be
Abolisher.
fine.
It surges with power again. I think it worked. Abolisher certainly looks full of energy now to me. I'll see you back at my townhouse in Skingrad.
Now, what was the last area that I needed to go to? Oh yeah, Apocrypha. And I'm pretty sure I'm still on teleport cooldown. Yeah, I'm not paying that much. We're gonna have to take the long way back to a shrine. I am not paying those fees. But at least they're not as bad as the fees in Final Fantasy XIV. Because that is rough with like how much you have to pay for teleportation across
Let's not heads.
a lot of the more recent expansions. Like it ranges from like 1 to 2k in Gil. That is oof. And there's like barely any way to like mitigate that. Unless you're like part of like a free company that has that boost going on, but even then that's like a what, like a 5% boost? Apocrypha, that's right. And oh boy, we gotta go in this dungeon now. Yeah, because this quest's starting to feel more like a prologue quest than anything. Just like a constant, not really showing anything new yet.
Ready.
But just kind of like revisiting areas. Which is okay. I'm all for like reusing stuff.
This way, friend. It's good to see you, friend. I was surprised when Scroot appeared, and I hoped she would send me somewhere not quite so otherworldly. But I never hesitated. I'm happy to assist you. Still, if we can avoid those reality tears, I'd be grateful.
Did Scroot tell you what we need to do here?
Yes, but I'm not sure I understood it all.
I just want to make sure everybody's on the same page, you know?
A Daedric relic? Scroot says you need to get it to something immersed in the energy of Mephola. That will restore its power. Have you seen Laramil recently?
I have. Laramil asked me to give you her regards, Gadane.
Her regards? She did? What were Laramil's exact words, friend? No, not now. We're in Apocrypha, and we have a task before us. We must get your map to something sacred to Mephola.
Where are we going to find something Mephola's here in Apocrypha?
As luck would have it, Scroot knows of a ship here in Fathom's Drift called Storm Spinner. It was carrying items sacred to followers of Mephola, and she thinks you can use them to restore the relic. The ship should be to the north. Let's go find it.
What sorts of sacred items was the ship carrying?
Scroot said that the ship was overloaded with amulets, statuettes, and other Mephola paraphernalia. But we're looking for bolts of silk cloth spun by devout worshippers of the Lady of Whispers. The ship was lost at sea and wound up here.
Okay, that's a very interesting way to kind of like... Because they obviously wanted us to like revisit Necrom.
Imagine the horrors that have washed upon its shores.
Because it is, you know, it's still an area that's relevant to the chapter and whatnot. But it's also kind of interesting that like, alright, how are you gonna, like, because like the other two we had to go to a shrine, but this is straight up like, we need material that is related to the Daedric prince of this item. So I'll take it. You know, bolts of silk to repair what is essentially a scroll. It's clever. But yeah, this is definitely like one of the areas where it kind of brings out the more like sea-based atmosphere of Apocrypha. That was definitely one of my complaints in Necrom, was like some of the areas it took us to until like the very end. It didn't really feel like very sea-based. It just felt otherworldly. And there is like, you know, like there's a sea motif to Hermaeus Mora. Like obviously, you know, like tentacles and whatnot. Very like Kraken aesthetic. And of course, you know, all the like the ink and whatnot, like that gives like the, you know, that relates to Krakens and whatnot, octopuses. But this is definitely one of those other dungeons that's like, you gotta take some time to like navigate. Find where you're going. He's just floating there ominously.
As luck would have.
Oh, my pockets are full. I can't take that. Oh, but there is a chest. That's right. I don't have my thieving skills on this build. Gotta do this the old-fashioned way. There we go. I don't need the dagger anyway. I just want the shard. Okay. If I had the power, I would just climb all this haphazardly. Or disregard any and all OSHA violations, but I'm pretty sure like Ghost Hands is also against OSHA violations. Against OSHA rules.
Stand close and let me shield you.
And down they go.
Where am I going? Hold on, I'm gonna need a speed boost. Can I make it? No. I was worried for a moment I would get stuck. That would have not been fun. It would have also been funny if I died in that spot too. I know I gotta get up there.
Veramil's gift protects us both.
But how? Are you kidding me? It's just in it's just in here.
Veramil's amulet can protect us both.
How did I blind that? Torvasard. What do you mean I gotta talk to Torvasard? What are you doing here? We're not friends.
Get closer to me, friend.
Where are you? There you are. You're blending in with the darkness.
I see you are still at the beck and call of the lying Prince of Fate. I do not seek to be your enemy, mortal. Before we irreversibly cross a threshold from which there is no return, I would reach an understanding between us.
Reality is in danger, Torvasard. Your prince is creating tears in the fabric of existence.
Existence? You speak of it as though it was sacrosanct. But my prince was locked away and erased from existence by your smug and sanctimonious patron, forgotten by all. I fixed that, but when we tried to restore our realm, our home, you opposed us.
You didn't know you were gonna change history.
No different from what Mora and the other princes did in that distant millennium. Think of what could have been accomplished had not the Prince of Paths been vanquished from history. Do you not see? Just stand aside and let events flow as they may.
I can't let Athelia destroy reality.
As I feared. Hermaeus Mora sees so much, but has blinded you. I respect you, mortal. Do what you must, and I shall do the same. Perhaps when reality has been rewritten, and a new Miramore arises, you will have a different opinion.
Doubt it. Goodbye. Get out of here.
Consider what I have said.
Shoo.
We Daedra may be immutable.
Get
but
out.
You mortals
Go.
are not.
Leave.
Skill issue.
Stand close and let me shield you.
Alright, where do we go next? Oh, we gotta go back to the townhouse. Alright. Do I have enough? Okay, the cost has the cooldown for the, or not really a cooldown, but just like the extra expedite fee that you have to pay to repeatedly use the way shrines with a cost. You get what I mean. I'm okay with paying 100 to get a free teleport out.
I just heard the news. King Nantharion was killed, defeated by the Legion's mercenary.
They're never gonna stop talking about that now.
I can sense the power flowing through the relics. Well done! Now, Scroot and I have an idea about how to proceed. With the 3 relics that were once used to imprison Athelia restored, we must determine where to even begin our search for the Forgotten Prince. Before we discuss the idea that Scroot and I derived, do you have anything else to report?
I spoke to Torvasard. He wants us to stand aside while they create a new Miramore.
Of course he does. But his faith in his prince has made him blind to the danger she poses to existence itself. These tears are spreading. Soon the fabric of reality may be too damaged to repair. We must find Athelia before that happens.
You said you and Scroot had an idea?
An idea, yes. Although Scroot referred to it as a remote possibility. We should return to the loom of the untraveled road. Perhaps the Echoneer can reveal a lingering memory as to where Athelia has gone. But, Proxy, was Curate Gadain, well...
Your boyfriend is fine. He can't wait to see you.
That is... I am glad that Gadain is well. But, now we must return to Fargrave and make our way to the Chamber of the Loom. I dare not open a portal there directly, as the release of power when you destroyed it has made the area unstable.
Alright. Ready whenever you are, Lyramel.
This portal will take us to Fargrave.
Watch yourselves. Who knows what dangers still lurk near the loom?
Gadain, I did not expect you so soon.
Oh, whoops. I should have waited. I've been very impatient this stream. I should let them, you know, do their talk and whatnot. Oh man. I'm just very, very eager to finish this the story.
The loom of the untraveled road lies ahead of us. Stay alert for any of Miramore's Daedra.
Feels like my necropolis. A city of the dead.
Oh, hey. An endeavor is completed. One Air Atronach dead.
Taint of Miramore remains strong here.
Let's face renew your vigor, Proxy.
Even destroyed, it radiates power. I think Fargrave was once a part of Athelia's realm.
Let the threads of fate restore your strength.
Get closer to me, friend.
You good? Of course you are.
More than good, I'm great.
The path to the loom is below us. I shall open a way down.
No, just let me jump down, come on. Okay, fine, we'll take your portal. I could have survived that fall.
By the ancestors, look at this place. I remember when the walls of the necropolis were my entire world.
Tread carefully, Gadain. I prefer not to see any harm befall you.
I
didn't
still
even get a
have the
chance to look
amulet you
down
gave
here.
to keep me safe.
Oh no! Well, now I have a better look now. All right, Echo near.
The loom of
Reveal
the
to
untraveled
us
road. Damaged beyond repair.
the memory.
Use the echo mirror and see what memories remain.
Nothing! Damn them! Very well. If I cannot restore Miramore, I will create a new realm upon the festering corpse of Apocrypha!
Apocrypha? Proxy, we must talk. The power Athelia absorbed when you destroyed the loom. It has turned her into the very monster Hermaeus Mora foresaw. And now she plans to challenge him and take Apocrypha for herself. I fear we may not be able to change these spiraling fates.
Why does everyone keep saying Daedra can't change? Didn't we see Athelia change?
Change does not come naturally to the Daedric princes. Not like it does for mortals. That is why the one who knows sought you out. You are correct about the change. But that was the result of untold power, not a conscious effort.
But what about the Athelias we met on the many paths? They were each different from each other.
The result of the way events played out in those other realities, I suspect. Daedric princes have no experience with the constant evolution and transformation of mortals. They are eternal, and have no point of reference for the transient.
Wasn't Athelia different when she wandered Westweald? She was as powerless as a mortal.
She was confused, vulnerable. That much I grant you. That, however, is not the same as being mortal.
No, but she walked among mortals, experienced changed in herself and her reflections. Can we use that?
An intriguing notion. She saw other versions of herself. Is there a way to get her to see that and attempt to change her own perspective? We must consult Scroote. This shall require all of our combined knowledge if such a possibility truly exists.
Then let's go talk to Scroote.
Scroote awaits us at Baragon's townhouse. Let us return there at once.
Everyone's back. Great. And I don't see anyone carrying anything that gets us closer to saving reality. I've been doing my best to keep morale up while you were gone. But even my usually cheerful mood is under assault. More and more of those tears in reality keep appearing. We're running out of time. Did you learn anything useful at the Loom?
Athelia is full of rage and power. She plans to conquer Apocrypha and make it her new realm.
Another assault on Apocrypha? The Great Eye still hasn't recovered from the last one. We already knew that Athelia had transformed into the monster Hermaeus Mora warned us about. I don't suppose you and Laramil have come up with a way to stop her.
Athelia has changed once. Is there some way we could get her to change again?
Daedra don't change. Daedric princes especially. It's their nature. We're not like you mortals, constantly reflecting on possibilities and remaking yourselves over and over. She's a monster, and will always be a monster.
But Athelia saw different reflections of herself when we traveled the many paths, Skrewt.
Different reflections? You mean the versions of Athelia that Laramil told me you encountered on the many paths? She also said that when you first encountered Athelia, she looked mortal and was confused and weak. At least by Daedric standards.
What are you thinking, Skrewt?
You're right. Athelia has changed, and reflecting might just be the key. I read about a relic created by a mortal wizard. A mirror that revealed the innermost thoughts and dreams of the viewer. Laramil and I must consult some ancient texts.
And while you're doing that, what should I do?
Obviously, we're going to need something connected to Athelia. I spotted a primordial shattered titan in the ruins of Scion while I was scouting instabilities. Retrieve a fragment from that ancient Daedra. We can use it to create the relic.
And what can you tell me about the primordial shattered titan?
It's very old. Ancient, even. One of the first things the Prince of Paths ever created. And it's big. How it got to the ruins of Scion, I have no idea. But it's there, and we can use it. Provided you can defeat it and bring back one of its shards.
I know those ruins. They're west of Skingrad.
Then let's not waste time. Let's go get this shard.
Agreed. We'll meet you there.
I need to check something really quick, hold on. I'm just a little, advanced audio properties. No? Okay, good. I was worried for a moment that my tracks were not set properly for the game capture, and that's why I was a little bit worried, you know, because I know one of them is set up for specifically to, you know, for the VOD, so that music doesn't record. And I was worried that the game capture wasn't set up properly for that, because I just started using the game capture audio
Let's
in the
just
mixer.
do what we came here for.
I'm
and get out
still
of here.
experimenting around with like the audio mixer and whatnot. And where is our next location? Right here? Alright. I'm still very determined to finish this all in one stream.
ruins of Scion lie within this cave. Let's proceed with caution.
Okay, where's this cave? Oh, it's right there.
The ruins of Scion lie within this cave. Let's proceed with caution.
Before we go in, I'm going to grab a new water because I'm getting thirsty. And my last bottle is long run out. So I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Also got a little something to nibble on. I was just feeling a little peckish is all.
Scroot says the Titan is somewhere in these ruins. I'll accompany our comrade. Baragon, Curate Gadain, guard the entrance.
This one's mine.
Ouch. I don't want to be in the spotlight.
Better luck next time. Never a dull moment.
Away from the light.
I hope Baragon doesn't get bored and decide to follow us. He really wanted to explore these ruins.
See, I can make pretty quick work of all the enemies, but I have to do it one at a time. Again, I didn't want to switch out of my PvP build.
That must be the Titan. Let's destroy it and gather a fragment.
I'm a little bit, yeah, there's gonna be more. Now there's two of them, okay. Let's see. Oh, I see. See, that's what I was talking about earlier in the last big fight. Like if you give like a little mechanic to remove the invuln, that's fine. But don't force like time padding on the invuln. Cause then, oh, wow, okay. I see. I got a little bit careless. Now I have to actually use my healing.
Gather a fragment of the Titan and we can return to the others.
Friends, we need to get out of here.
Tears are opening up throughout the ruins. We barely made it here to warn you.
No matter how many times I assist.
What's happening?
I warned you against interfering, mortal, but you refused to heed me. A reality tear? How fortuitous. Let this be the end of fate's chosen.
Friend, look out!
G'day, no!
He's gone.
Mourn later. We must get this fragment back to the others.
Laramel's not going to be happy to hear this. Oh, fuck. Oh, man. Return to the townhouse. Ray returned to Baragon's townhouse.
You should have run.
I thought these legionaries would be more trouble.
Are you kidding me? Who has a problem with me? Is it you? Okay, there we go. It sometimes does that. Especially if you have like a companion and they have aggro. It's a quirk of this game.
Here we go. I just heard the news. King Nantharian was killed, defeated by the Legion's mercenary.
Oh, I wonder what they're talking about. Oh, Laramil. I've got some bad news for you.
Maybe? Nothing like this has ever been attempted.
It has to work, Scroot. There are no other options. Ah, here comes our proxy. Where is Gidane?
Laramil, honey, I don't know how to tell you this.
I see you and our allies have returned safely with a fragment of the Miramore Titan. But where is Curate Gidane?
Arvsard somehow pushed a reality tear towards me, but Gidane saved me. He fell into the tear.
No, that cannot be. He had my amulet, and you were there. And Baragon, and Tribuna Leia. There must be some mistake. Gidane. He cannot be gone.
I'm sorry, Laramil. There was nothing I could do.
I understand, Proxy. Please leave me for a moment. Talk to Scroot. I must process this news.
Mortals die. That's literally the meaning of the word. I'll never understand your transient emotions. Whatever. We all face non-existence if we don't do something about Athelia and the reality tears. You secured the fragment?
I recovered a fragment of the primordial shattered titan.
Definitely part of an ancient Miramore Titan. It should serve nicely as the focal point of the ritual Laramil and I developed. As soon as she collects herself, Laramil will guide you through the process.
Laramil is grieving. Can't you tell me what to do, Screw?
No. This is something that you and Laramil need to do together. Your fate's chosen, and she's a magic user who can see the threads of fate. I'm just a watchling with delusions of grandeur and a bad attitude. Laramil will help you. She has to.
If you say so, Screw.
Scroot is correct. This falls to you and me, Proxy. Place the fragment in the center of the ritual circle. Excellent. Now place Abolisher, the Lamp of Clarity, and the Skein of Secrets around the fragment. Now, Proxy, join your power to mine and we shall align the threads of fate with the ritual.
Sharp, get out of the way, that's dangerous. I say as I run into the middle of the circle.
It is done. We have created a mirror of truth.
It really worked? Huh. Maybe we do have a chance.
Come, Proxy. We must speak. Despite the loss of Curate Gidane, you recovered a fragment filled with the essence of Miramore, and we successfully created a new relic, the Mirror of Truth. A time to mourn shall come later, provided we stop Athelia and reality survives.
Gidane would want us to finish this.
Yes, he most definitely would. I can see the threads of fate coalescing to a point. We near the end of this path and whatever awaits us. You have done well as fate's chosen. Take this reward and gather yourself. I shall do the same.
My pockets are full. Hold on. I'm sorry, Laramil. Let me just empty my pockets. Like so. Or you know what? I could stack everything. Stack all the items, yeah. I forgot that was a function. Anyways.
Yes. Athelia has become the threat that Hermaeus Mora foresaw, racing to Apocrypha to take the realm as her own. And with each passing moment, reality breaks down a little more. Time grows ever shorter, Proxy.
Are we finally ready to face Athelia?
You restore the original relics used to capture and imprison Athelia. And we created the Mirror of Truth to try to show her the monster she has become. All we need to do now is travel to Apocrypha and locate her.
Apocrypha's a pretty big place. How will we find her?
Apocrypha, like all Oblivion realms, is infinite. But we have the Skein of Secrets. I shall open a portal. Use the skein once we cross into the realm and see if it can pinpoint Athelia's location.
Alright, I'll go with you to Apocrypha and use the Skein of Secrets.
Gather the relics, Proxy. We should have need of them.
Alright, we just... these all on me. Take the mirror, just strap it to my back.
I shall open a portal to Apocrypha. Once there, use the skein and let us see if we can pick up Athelia's trail.
And we're off to confront Athelia. Ah.
That path leads to the forbidden parts of the realm.
Another way to reach the Mythos, perhaps. Hermaeus Mora's private sanctum.
Reality tears here in Apocrypha. Go on ahead and I'll see if I can do anything to slow them down.
Ah, I see. We gotta go inside. Because that's inside the cave. I'm gonna make a slight detour to get that sky shard since I haven't done that yet. I've been good, you know, keeping up with the story quest and staying focused, but let my mind wander just this one time. Wonderful. What's in the nightstand? Nothing of value. Alright. Oh. The squelching.
The skein leads us to that cave, Proxy. I have heard whispers of paths such as this. They can be found throughout Apocrypha.
Hurry, mortals! Athelia and her scion have breached my private sanctum. Enter the Mythos and aid the one who knows.
The one who knows needs us, Proxy.
Well, here we are, back in the Mythos again.
Just like at the Loom, Mora could not portal us closer to the energy now contained in Athelia. But look what her very presence does to Apocrypha. We must hurry. Another tear. How many wounds can reality sustain? A dead end. But the path should... The light of the lamp unveiled the way. Keep going, Proxy. What havoc these changes must be wreaking in Apocrypha's core.
another dead end. Clarity's light reveals the unseen. Let us continue.
Let me take a look at the map of this place. It's fairly big, yeah.
Another obstacle. Use the lamp here if you would.
We must hurry. To finish the expansion, I mean to stop
I think we need
Athelia.
the lamp's light again. A portal. Careful. I do not expect anything good to emerge. Remember, Abolisher gathers energy from each foe you face. Abolisher is charged. Portal is damaged. Gather more energy and do it again.
Oh man, I really wish I had my AoE stuff.
Let's see fate out.
Proxy, use Abolisher. That's it. The portal is closing. Remember Abolisher's power should we encounter more of these Mirror-Maw portals.
Uh-oh. Ah! The light, it burns!
That door bears the marks of Mirror-Maw. Use the Echoneer. Maybe it will offer a clue.
In his sanctum. I will transform this realm and make it his tomb. Set wards in place, my son. Fate's minions must not be allowed to interfere.
Yes, my prince. None shall find the wards.
We must locate those hidden wards. The skein indicates that the wards are somewhere above. Look for a passage leading...
Book NATO. Okay, we gotta go up.
The aesthetics of Mirror-Maw have a certain beauty, but they do not belong.
No, I agree. The mirror aesthetic is actually pretty neat. But it clashes, yeah. Like I said, if I had the Fargrave housing, I would definitely decorate it to be like a Mirror-Maw themed place. But that's gonna cost a lot of gold. Which I don't think I have enough gold to really even buy even a staple house. I only have like, what, 300? Give or take. 300k. Not just 300. Not just 300. That is definitely not the case.
That must be one of the wards. Well done. Let us find the next one.
Because I already have like 2 like big housings that I'm still like in the middle of furnishing. And they're coming along great. They're not done, but they're getting there. Oh, especially the Sijic Manor. That I still need very specific furnitures for.
Another ward. Destroy it. Good work, Foxy. With the ward destroyed,
my leg.
the way into Hermaeus Mora's private sanctum should be open now. There. Athelia and Torvus.
You have become the very threat I foresaw, Athelia.
Only a threat to you, Mora.
Can you not see? Reality collapses around you as fate's threads unravel.
Your reality, Fateseer, not mine. Witness the ascension of the Prince of Paws to her rightful place of power.
as you tase him.
Keep draining Mora, Scion. I will deal with his champion.
Oh. Okay.
I am the dark tomorrow. I am the last path you will ever walk. Warriors of Miramor, defend your prince!
Or maybe I should have brought a hammer to this fight, you know.
Should have been more prepared.
Oh, we're doing this mechanic again? This one that I oh so love doing. I know what to do, Laravel, please.
Nobody.
I will restore what was lost, mortal. I must! No! I cannot be undone by a mortal!
Look. Look with your eyes. Behold.
What did I see? Mortal, tell me what this means. That mirror. It showed me the truth. I have become the monster that Mora predicted. And I remember. I saw it too. As Mora sealed my prison all those eons ago, I realized at the end he was right. I am the last tomorrow.
What does that mean, the last tomorrow?
It was what Mora saw when he examined my threads of fate. That I would become the Unweaver, the destroyer of reality. In that last moment, as the door to my prison slammed shut and my memories frayed, I saw it too. But it was too late.
Why was it too late?
Because I had already set the compulsion in Torvasad's mind. I had already unspooled the thread to freedom. Now your actions have brought me a moment of clarity. But it will not last. Already I feel the power, the madness reasserting itself.
But you saw the truth. You know what happened. You can change.
A nice thought. But I am Daedra. I cannot change. And once the madness comes upon me, I doubt you will be able to contain me again. Forgotten memories and near limitless power blinded me. It led us exactly to the moment in time Mora feared.
Can't you simply surrender?
Not while the power of the loom and the energy I took from Hermaeus Mora flows through me. I must shed this power once and for all. Only then can the growing madness be quelled.
Alright, if you can shed the power, do it now.
Hermaeus Mora, you were right. I am a danger to fate and reality. Let me return what is rightfully yours.
Abandoning our sacred quest? No! We are too close. I claim the power. I will finish this.
My scion has given power.
I shall aid Hermaeus Mora while you try to stop
Despite it all,
Oh, he's very tanky. Alright.
Face me, mortal.
We need aid. TheRiverBlues, come forth.
Now face a multitude.
It's getting low, okay. Ooh.
Use the portal to help Baragon.
What? Oh, okay. Alright, I get what's going on.
Try my patience, mortal. Get out of there! I never sought this battle, but you leave me no choice.
Give him a fight.
Use the portal to help Scoot.
Oh no, short. Oh no, he left him on the other platform.
You agitate me to no end, mortal.
You ate my meteor. What do you mean you didn't take damage from that? You just teleport and then you just ate the meteor. I can't believe I've abandoned my boy. I didn't even know he was dead. I wasn't paying attention. I thought he was fine. He was supposed to stay out of range.
Avenger and the Master of Fate!
Oh boy, maybe I should have swapped to my other build for this. No worries, we got this. I can only spam surprise attacks so many times. I need all of you guys to gather up. Good. And Meteor.
I created my scions to save me from a fate I finally accepted. Though I had forgotten until you reminded me.
No, my prince. I am Dremora. I am eternal. I will reform and complete the task you set before me.
Such is the nature of Daedra. Never changing, never growing. I return your power to you, Mora. And I disperse mine into the void. And Torvasad, my most faithful. I consign your essence to nothingness, never to return. Be at peace. At last. Poor Torvasad. Blinded by a compulsion I never should have bestowed.
Fate's chosen has accomplished the tasks I set before them. Now, let us enter the portal and conclude this heinous business. Your prison awaits, Ethelia.
Dang.
Ethelia, it is time to resume your imprisonment.
To what end? As long as I remain in this reality, the threat I pose persists. My power will always find a way to return to me. Such is the nature of our princely dispositions.
The threads of fate agree with you, but what choice do we have? You are Daedra, immortal, forever. I see no other path before us.
Our natures confound us. We need a different perspective. One you so elegantly provided. Mortal, let us speak. My very nature makes returning me to prison a temporary reprieve at best. My power will always find a way back to me. And with it, the threat of the madness that overcomes me and can unravel reality. Mortal, talk with me more about change.
Mortals change all the time, and we saw different versions of you on the many paths.
Yes, my reflections. When we walked the many paths at the Outcast Inn, we visited realities where things had gone another way. I am different in those realities. But that is not choice. That is consequence. The aftermath of alternate events.
Do the many paths only lead to alternate realities?
The many paths lead everywhere. Other places, other possibilities, parallel realities. You can go anywhere. If you can just find the path.
If the threat to reality comes from your power, what about some place where there is no power?
No power? A path where Daedra and Magicka do not exist? It would need to be a place where my Daedric power held no sway and could gain no foothold. I feel the tendrils of my discarded power searching, reaching toward me. We must hurry, mortal.
Is such a path possible? What would we need to do to make that happen?
Indeed. Hermaeus Mora can find an acceptable path, and I can show him how to open the way. And then we would need you to use Abolisher. To destroy the path, so that I could never return to this reality. Ask Mora if this will suffice.
Speak, Fate's chosen. You are deep in conversation with the Prince of Paths. What do your mortal eyes see that elude my Daedric senses?
Since prison is a temporary solution at best, why don't you send Athelia down a different path?
A path that is better than the solution I devised so long ago? Inconceivable. Do not overstep your bounds, mortal.
Isn't that why you chose a mortal to help you? Because we see things differently from you?
Do not use my own words against me. Still, you are correct in that regard. Very well chosen of fate. What do you suggest we do with Athelia to preserve our reality?
Athelia can find a distant reality without Magicka, where she would have no power and pose no harm.
Leave this reality for a realm where she would have no access to her Daedric power? I had not considered that. I would need to confirm that the reality guarantees our safety, but how will we make certain that she would indeed be exiled forever?
You find the path, Athelia shows you how to open the way, then I destroy the path with Abolisher.
What say you, Prince of Paths? Will you accept eternal banishment in a realm where your power does not exist?
I accept that fate, Hermaeus Mora.
Then allow me to turn my gaze upon the many paths to find a worthy reality.
And allow me to show you how to open that path, while I still have the will to do so. An excellent portal, Mora. Now...
Wait! We lost a good friend to one of the reality tears. Is there anything that...
The tears were not my creation. Only an effect of my passing. All I can offer is this wisdom to ease your mind. Now, you have shown we who are called Daedric princes that there are always possibilities, even for us. Farewell, mortal.
Ethelia has walked the path to her exile. Take Boethia's blade and destroy the portal. Cut off the path so that she may never return. Now, leave this place, mortals, and understand that you go with the gratitude of the one who knows.
Oh, I still need to... That's right, she makes the portal to go back. Whoops. I was so eager to leave, I was about to take the scenic route back.
Athelia is gone, no longer a threat. But Proxy, we should speak.
Oh, you're still up there. Alright.
It appears we have done it, Proxy. Athelia is no longer a threat to our reality. Your solution was not what I expected, and even Hermaeus Mora was surprised. But I suppose that was why he selected you as Fate's chosen in the first place.
Is it over then? Our reality is safe now?
Athelia is gone and can never return. But the damage she caused to reality may still be a concern. For the moment, let us reflect on what this victory has cost us. And take this reward in recognition of your efforts. The one who knows insists.
My inventory is full. Fuck! Okay. I can get rid of the wizard pants and make room for the skirt.
It appears Athelia is gone and can never return. But the
The Great Eye requires one last task before your contract expires.
Oh, there's
everything else.
There's still more? Oh. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, there's one more.
Athelia exiled, Torvasard defeated, but the danger to existence persists. The tears in the fabric of reality. We need to repair them. How? I suggested a needle and thread, but my master has a different solution. So he sent me to find you. Again.
What does Hermaeus Mora want me to do?
Now, much of this is beyond me. But the Great Eye said you need to take the 3 relics that were used to defeat Athelia and place them near tears and nexus points in the fabric of reality. That should restore the frayed threads of fate.
That's it? Just the 3 relics in specific locations?
Well, no. You also need to cast a spell to release each relic's energy and send it flowing into the fabric of reality. Here's the spell scroll. And you'll need help, so I'll send one of us to each location to assist you.
Alright, I'll place the relics and cast a spell. Where do I need to go?
My tasks never end. Ugh. I'll mark your map. The locations where you need to place the relics are in Westweald, the Telvanni Peninsula, and Apocrypha. Look for one of your allies when you get to each spot. And make sure to bring the scroll and relics.
Why these specific locations, Screw? Can't I just place the relics anywhere and cast a spell?
Mortals. I think it must be your pitifully finite existences that make you so impatient. The threads of fate weave through the fabric of reality in complex and very specific patterns. To repair the tears, you must match that inestimable precision.
Alright, but why these locations specifically?
The reasons are unfathomable to the limitations of your mortal mind. But I'll try to explain. Through the machinations of Torvasard and Vargas, and the presence of Athelia, the tears at these specific locations resonate throughout the realms.
So whatever we do at these spots will likewise resonate and repair the entire fabric.
Exactly! Remember, the relics were created specifically to thwart Athelia's power. The energy they contain, once released by the casting of the spell, should restore the fabric of reality, keeping it from unraveling and repairing it. In theory.
Alright.
One moment, Proxy.
We have just this one quest left, and I'm kind of holding, like, all discussions, or at least thoughts on it, until the very end.
The plan Scrooge
well,
has brought us
I've been
sounds
enjoying the
tenuous,
story.
but we must put our faith in the one who knows. Even with Athelia gone, the tears ripped in the fabric of reality shall continue to spread, like pulling on a loose thread until your tunic unravels.
So you agree that reality is still in danger?
The tears occurred unnaturally, so it is unlikely they will heal without help. If the plan provided by Hermaeus Mora works and the fabric of reality is repaired, then I can use the wisdom Athelia gave me to try to set one last thing to rights.
Wisdom? You mean that exchange you had with her before Athelia entered the portal?
Yes. She allowed me to briefly experience the possibilities of the many paths. Gadain still exists somewhere, I think. If there is a chance. Hope is not something I usually put stock in, but Gadain believed in faith. How could I do less?
There's in the fabric of reality. It sounds so metaphorical.
That does not make the threat or the danger it presents any less real. Apocrypha and the Mundus both are built atop endless metaphors. Now, we have a plan to carry out, I believe.
You're gonna help us carry out this plan, right?
Of course, but perhaps not how you expect. I shall work from here to help stitch the threads of fate back together as you place the relics and cast the spell. Here, take the relics. You will need them for the task ahead.
Alright. I'll head to the site Scroot marked on my map now.
The relics, Mora's spell, and my magic together shall help you repair reality, Proxy.
Scroot, Tribune,
How can your frail mortal...
Trying to think carefully of what I definitely don't need Alcahas. I've got way too much of that. I've got like 1,000 in my material bag. But yeah, we're almost done here. This is kind of like the final sprint. It is... Man, it's been a journey. Also, like, these last few quests have kind of felt like all of them could have been like perfect endings and just be like, alright, we can just stop the expansion story right here. But no, it keeps giving us more and more, so this is definitely the last one that's listed in the achievement section. So this has to be, you know, the end. So that's one location right over there. And it's been a good journey. I liked some of the lore that it presented. I liked that it gave us something new in a way. Like it isn't an already existing like entity. Well, I mean, it existed, but you get what I mean. Like, we've never really heard of Athelia until now. You know, or at least back in Necrom, near the end of Necrom.
Here, comrade. This is the spot Scroot indicated.
All right. Okay, it's a labyrinth of a dungeon. I appreciate that. Just gonna get out over here. Oh, this looks familiar. Yeah.
Now use the spell scroll Scroot provided to release the lamp's energy. Look! The tear! It's closing! I think it worked, comrade!
Awesome. Hold on, I gotta set the quest proper. Alright, 2 more locations. See, show on map. That's an Apocrypha. Okay, so they're doing that. One in each area. So yeah, originally I was going to play this and do this yesterday, but because of the fact that they were having like server issues yesterday, I forgot to check back later in the day and I ended up skipping out streaming yesterday. So this has been like a good way for me to make up for that. Is it down there? It is down there. Okay. Into the drink I go.
No, not like this.
It's fine. I got plenty of soul gems.
Come, mortal. Let's finish this so I can get back to my usual boring routine. Place a skein of secrets near the reality tear.
Oop.
Now, use the spell scroll to release the relics. It actually worked.
Ta-da. And the last part, which we could just teleport to, should be in the peninsula. Right there.
You there! You look like a capable force.
Here, friend. This is the cave Scrooge indicated.
I see.
A reality tear. I hate those things. Now use Scroot's spell scroll. I think that did it. That was the last relic, right? Let's head back to my townhouse and meet up with the others.
Prey returned to Baragon's townhouse.
I'm with you.
It's just so funny that we're constantly going back to this guy's place to like meet up and, you know, exchange information and whatnot. It's a very interesting location. Go to the townhouse. Everyone's dead. Pick up their corpses and go find the new place. Oh wait, that's a Realm Reborn. I forgot that was a thing that happened in 2.0. Doesn't it happen twice? It's Final Fantasy, it happens a lot. Yeah, that's true.
Comrade, Baragon waits for you upstairs on the balcony. Go talk to him.
You come back from a massive win to find out that everything's fucked at the base because you were gone. Oh, you have a balcony. Look at that.
The hero of the moment. Come speak with me when you can, friend. I'm glad you're back, friend. Now that the worst of things is over, I thought a celebration was in order, and Count Calantius agreed. Everyone should know what you did for Westweald. Cracked Acorns, what you did for all of reality.
I did have help, you know.
Most certainly. But Laramil, Tribune Alea, Scroot, Curate Gadain, and I probably wouldn't have accomplished what we did without you as our anchor point. And poor Gadain. I know he was a good friend to you and Laramil.
He was. He sacrificed himself to save me from that reality terror.
And we'll honor him as well. All of us. We were up against threats I can barely comprehend, and we came out on top. If that isn't cause for celebration, I don't know what is. I still find it hard to believe after all that, Ethelia just surrendered.
Ethelia didn't just surrender, she agreed to give up her power and leave this reality.
I've been all across Tamriel, even visited places off the continent, and I've been to Oblivion. But I can't picture what a completely different reality even looks like. I suppose it's sort of like when Alea and I were trapped on the many paths.
Probably something like that.
Right. And we're certain she's really gone. That she can't find a way back and start all this trouble again. What am I saying? Of course we are. Even Hermaeus Mora said so. Still...
What is it, Baragon?
Once Torvasad forced us all to remember, history changed. That's not something we're just going to forget. It will be interesting to see the ramifications of a new Daedric prince, even if she's no longer here. It will change our views of the past.
Hey, I want to talk to the heroic mortal too.
True.
Baragon insisted on holding a celebration, but he refused every one of the suggestions I made. I'll have you know the Ciphers consider me indispensable at all their social functions. Anyway, good work with the relics. The Great Eye is pleased.
So that's it. 3 relics, a spell, and reality is healed.
There was a lot more to it. The exact relics had to be placed precisely, and a spell provided by a Daedric prince had to be cast perfectly at each location. While it will take reality some time to totally recover, existence is no longer in peril.
And what about the relics? Is it safe to just leave them lying around out there?
Oh, totally. They completely expelled every bit of Daedric energy contained within them to restore reality. Now they really are just a lamp, a map, and a sword.
Then is my service to Hermaeus Mora done now, Scroot?
Well, not quite. While Hermaeus Mora appreciates everything you've done as Fate's Chosen, he told me he wants to speak to you one last time. Whenever it's convenient, of course. So mingle, talk to your allies, then look for my master's portal.
Portal? He wants me to return to Apocrypha?
Not permanently, I don't think. Probably just wants to reward you. The Great Eye knows how much you mortals appreciate shiny objects. But to be safe, I suggest you talk to all your allies first. Last farewells and all that. Mortal, Hermaeus Mora demands an audience when you finish talking to your allies. This portal will take you to him.
They're all just chill with
When you are ready,
the
I shall
giant
accompany
watcher,
you,
or the watcher.
I suggest you speak to
Daedra
whoever you wish
at this
before entering
party.
the portal. Just in the unlikely event that you never return.
Melon the Mouthless is here, and he's still a ghost. This must be like a party of like a lot of like seasoned adventurers that are just like, yeah, I've seen some shit in my time. This doesn't bother me. That's funny. What do you got to say?
Well, this is a fine brouhaha, isn't it?
Amazing.
What do you need?
No, not you.
Hermaeus Mora wants to...
Don't look so surprised, comrade. The people of the Weald know how to throw a celebration. We did good work, but I can't imagine what would have happened without your involvement. So, allow us to sing your praises. You deserve it.
I didn't do all this by myself, you know.
Sure, I helped, but I was doing my duty. I serve Count and Country. You have no vested interest in Westweald, but still you risked everything to save us. And you figured out how to exile Athelia. That's impressive from where I'm standing, comrade.
Where's Larathil? Oh, there you are.
After you, Proxy. In addition to hearing what Hermaeus Mora has to say, I wish to ask him about what Athelia showed me. If there is a way to restore Curate Gadain, the one who knows should be able to tell me.
Did it work? Did we repair the fabric of reality?
You do realize, Proxy, that the fabric of reality is a metaphor, a way to easily explain a concept that is nigh unexplainable. But to answer your question, yes. We have accomplished what Hermaeus Mora originally asked us to do, and preserved reality.
And you haven't figured out what Athelia tried to show you before she departed?
I know she allowed me to briefly see the world the way she does, to gaze upon the many paths. For just a moment, I saw a path where Gadain still existed. It gave me hope. As for what I do with that, I am at a loss.
So what now, Laramil?
We let Baragon carry out his plan. And we remember what we have accomplished in our time together. We defeated 3 princes, Periite, Vermina, and Athelia. We saved Necrom. We saved Westweald. We saved Apocrypha. We have done well.
Alright then. Let's see what the one who knows has to say.
Allow me to talk to Hermaeus Mora first, Proxy.
Laramil, I summoned Fate's Chosen. Why are you here?
Pardon the impertinence, but we have done everything you asked. Now I have a request, Prince of Fate. Help me understand what Athelia showed me.
The many paths. You seek the return of the mortal, Gadain. It is within my power to do this for a loyal servant, but there will be a cost.
One pretty penny.
It is done. One day, Liramir, you who are called the Wise, I shall claim my due for this little boon. Be prepared to pay the cost at that time.
I understand, and I accept.
Now, leave us. Chosen of fate, approach. We will have words. Know that you have done everything I asked of you, and more, Chosen. You far exceeded my considerable expectations. Now, with reality preserved and set right, we have one last matter to deal with.
What last matter is that?
Ithelia, the Prince of Paths, has been exiled from this reality, never to return. Now, I must once more remove her from memory. For the sake of existence, she must once more be forgotten.
You mean everyone will forget everything that happened in Necrom and Westweald?
Not everything. Everyone will remember that the mortal realm was threatened, and that you saved them. What they will not remember is Ithelia. Mirrormore will be one more abandoned Oblivion plane, and the name Ithelia will mean nothing.
Will I forget her as well?
No. Consider that my parting gift to you. You and I shall remember Ithelia and her scions, the glory of Mirrormore, a reality that could have been. Now the contract between us is concluded. Return to your world with the thanks of the one who knows.
Before I go, I have questions.
Despite our vast differences, we do share one trait: curiosity. Very well. Ask your questions, and pray that my answers do not shatter your mortal mind.
What will happen to Athelia's minions now?
Mirrormore and its denizens shall be known from this point forth. But who they were and who they served will remain a mystery. Now, they are masterless. Their plane a shattered ruin. Any that remain in your world will be dealt with or depart in time.
What about my allies? They helped stop Ithelia. Can't they remember what happened too?
No. Even if you try to remind them, they will not remember Ithelia. They cannot remember. You have proven yourself capable and worthy of my confidence. You, and you alone, shall remember.
Are you confident that the threat of Ithelia is really over this time?
A hint of insolence lurks in that query. You convinced two Daedric princes to change course. Do you doubt your own convictions? No matter. Ithelia has gone to a reality where she has no power, and you destroyed the only path between here and there.
You're all-knowing. Why did this outcome surprise you?
I am Daedra, the one who knows. I see infinite possibilities arrayed before me, but not necessarily the final path. In you, I saw potential, but I could not determine how that potential would be realized. That is your power, mortal. Use it wisely. Let my word go forth. Purge Athelia from every mind in our shared reality, now and for eternity. No glyphics, no repressed memories, just you and I as the last witnesses to the existence of the Prince of Paths. We were bound by this threat to reality. Now, we share this final secret. Farewell, mortal.
Just remember, chat, this is our little secret between me, Hermaeus Mora, and all the people who are watching. All right. You're right. Good. You can't spoilery like that.
The one who knows spoke true.
Laramil? Friend? What's going on?
Well, I mean, it's not really a spoiler.
The last thing I remember, friend, we were exploring an Iliad ruin, looking for something to stop. The more I try to remember, the less I can recall. What happened to me, my friend?
You fell through a tear in reality. Laramil asked Hermaeus Mora to bring you back.
I did what now? I fell into a pit of some sort? And Hermaeus Mora brought... No matter. Since this seems to be a celebration, I take it we accomplished... whatever it was we were up to in that ruin.
Yes, Gadain. We saved Westweald and all of reality.
Well, that's good. I knew we could do it. Never doubted it for an instant. I'm glad we won, my friend. And that we're all here to celebrate our victory. I see Laramil over there.
Yeah, she's standing right next to you.
You should go and talk to her. I'll join you in a moment.
She's standing right there. She's not that
Friend,
far.
I'd like to say a few words about what we accomplished.
One more moment, Baragon. I need to speak with our friend first. I knew you were special the moment I met you, Proxy. No, you are Proxy no more. You are just my friend. We stopped Vermina and Pariite, defeated Torvasad, saved Necrom and Westweald. But I feel there was something else. Something important.
You really don't remember Athelia, Laramil?
Do not tease me with nonsense words, friend. I am just grateful that Gadain has been returned to us, and that the one who knows has given me one more reward to bestow upon you. Now let us allow Baragon to make his speech and celebrate our success. Our journey has reached a suitable conclusion, friend.
Should I just try to tell them?
Perhaps I can convince Curate Gadain to join me in exploring Apocrypha. I would like that. As for you and me, thank you for everything.
I need to tell you, Laramil. Hermaeus Mora made you forget something significant.
I am not sure what you mean. I remember our adventures quite clearly. We saved Nirn and Apocrypha from rogue Dremora and a revived Iliad cult. And do not fear. I shall never forget that we accomplished all that, primarily due to your actions.
Right. So what will you do next, Laramil?
I believe some rest and relaxation are in order. I hope to take Curate Gadain away so we can get to know each other better. The Spear and Tarn can be quite lovely when the tome shells are migrating.
Hermaeus Mora pulled Gadain from the mini pass. Are you sure this is our Gadain?
A question I had not considered. But the paths I saw were possibilities, not other realities. I asked Mora to return my Gadain. I must believe that he did as I requested. In the end, does it really matter? Gadain has returned. And I am relieved.
Thanks for helping me through all this, Laramil, and enjoy your vacation.
I should be thanking you. You were fate's chosen. I was merely along to guide you on your path. But what did you call it? A vacation? I am not sure I have ever had one of those before.
Oh no.
Perhaps our paths shall cross again, friend. I hope so.
Everyone, your attention please.
Works
Let's
so
celebrate
hard, doesn't
not
even know what a
only our
vacation
victories,
is.
but the heroic actions of our friend here. They defeated the rogue Dremora, Vargas and Torvasard, took down Nantherion, the false king. They saved Westweald, maybe the entire world. So raise a glass and shout a cheer. Thank you, my friend, for always doing what you do best.
And with that, we are officially done with the Gold Road. And I'll share a few words, you know, some opinions and whatnot. As a whole, I thought, like, the whole, I'm guessing this is it, like, this chapter is just these two expansions, as far as I'm aware. And honestly, like, I enjoyed the story. I feel like that there were a lot of parts that felt like it kind of dragged on for a bit. That was definitely the case in, like, the Necrom one, where it just felt like I was being, like, pulled along, and, like, it took a bit to, like, slowly unravel the secret, and by the end of it we get the whole story and we understand everything leading into Gold Road. But it took a while to get to that point. And then in Gold Road, you know, we're now working to, like, stop this threat, and I don't know, it was kind of neat to uncover, like there's just a new Daedric prince in the Pantheon, and now they're just like, okay, now we're gonna take her away, and there are some consequences, like some of her minions still exist. Miramore, I guess, exists still, maybe as like a part of Fargrave, or in some other manner. So it's not like she's completely gone, but there's just remnants of her. It's just that there's no other traces of her directly. And anyone associated with her is just, you know, they still exist. But it feels like, I personally don't like that, where it just kind of like, alright, let's take everything away and pretend it never happened. Except for you, the player, get to know, but that doesn't really, you know, I feel like that takes away from the world building. Where, like, alright, you added a new thing, and, you know, getting a new Daedric Prince, that's a pretty big deal, because we've been used to, like, the, you know, the same usual ones, you know, Sheogorath, Hermaeus Mora, Hircine, and so on. And then, you know, you introduce a new one. It's kind of like how Jiggalag was introduced. Like, that actually kind of helped extend Sheogorath's lore, and also you know, gave us a really fun DLC for Oblivion, or at least what I would consider fun. Everyone's experiences differ. But yeah, it's just kind of a shame that, like, she's kind of like erased again. No, only very, very small lingering traces of her. It's back. But yeah, I'm guessing that's it for, like, this whole, like, chapter, because I don't understand how Oh, it kept the stream kept dipping in and out at the end. Oh, that's a shame. That's very well, that happens from time to time. I can't really control that, unfortunately. But I'm glad that at least it didn't cut me out, like, of the game itself. I'll still have, like, the whole recording on YouTube and everything, in case anyone misses any parts and so on. But yeah, as a whole, I enjoyed it. I've got my nitpicks about, like, how the story was told and whatnot. The characters were good. I enjoyed some of the characters. I enjoyed the... You know, I enjoyed being in Westfield. Bit of an odd location to return to for this. Especially considering, you know, Necrom was taking place in the Telvanni Peninsula and Apocrypha. And then suddenly we're just in Westfield. But that also kind of, you know, that kind of gets explained with, like, the Recollection. I guess because the Recollection was within Westfield, that's why the story took us to Westfield, and they're directly working with Athelia in a way, or being used by Athelia. But yeah, with that will be it for us for the day.